dog.
Respectful conversation, Gregory. I hope you have a wonderful night.
Yeah, you too. All right, I'll be back.
Steak and tater tots.
Is my mic any better? If not, we may have to adjust it.
Cook it yourself, dog?
It will be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tater tots. Those are store-bought, I guess?
Of course. I don't think anyone has tater tots that aren't store-bought.
So what you're saying is you're not good enough a chef, like chef-wise, to make tater tots yourself?
What's up, man?
Hey, how are you? Can you tell
I guess
me
if you
your,
could call that being a chef, just forming the potatoes, I guess.
37 from PA.
So
Man, I
say
just
it, you're not good enough to do
I
that.
think you're amazing. I think you're a great guy.
Sure did.
Great troll, bro.
No, say it.
Banned from chat forever.
Say you fucking suck at cooking, and that you
That's
can't
not
make
cooking.
tater tots by yourself, you fucking piece of shit. Say it!
That isn't cooking.
Faggot, say it right now.
This faggot in my fucking Discord
Nice.
chat is a fucking faggot retard.
Come on, Andrew.
There you go.
Yes, Andrew.
Can you give me your age and location for TikTok purposes?
42, Virginia Beach.
All right, what's on your mind?
Nothing. How about Greenland?
Greenland. I'll let Rob hasn't been able to get in much lately. I'll let Rob tangle with you.
Dog, I think it snowed today again.
I don't know. I think it's a good thing, a great thing, but if you say that in society, you get like.
Have you seen
Snowing right
how
now.
much it snowed in Russia?
Let you go.
Nope.
Have a wonderful day. Please don't come up unless you're
Dude, it's like halfway up
off right away.
apartment buildings.
Chat forever. Ops only. So
Damn, dog, you have
opposition
pictures,
only.
dog? You could send me.
Yeah, how about, because you're on a fucking computer right now, just go on, you know, a fucking, I don't know, YouTube or Google, and you type it in.
So
Fucking
wait,
piece of shit.
why wouldn't you tell me to do that when I'm on my phone watching TV
Why would I
and not making shit in
and do
Lego?
that right now when
Not
I'm
making
trying to
shit in Lego,
fucking
exactly.
enjoy my goddamn relaxation, piece of shit.
Yeah, I'll just turn the stream
Hello,
off.
Pistachio. Can you hear me?
Fucking piece of shit.
Yes, sir.
Can you give me your age and location for TikTok purposes?
30 on the East Coast.
I hope
Okay.
the bench just abruptly breaks
Oh, gosh,
and
I don't know.
you fall backwards and
Yeah,
you
it probably
fucking
will.
World,
You'll get
would
your
be
wish.
nice about know if I want to talk about that or if it's on that broadcast.
No, dog,
Yeah,
I'm
you can talk
kidding,
about
dog.
Vice. I'll let Rob field this one. He hasn't gone so long. Go ahead.
I just feel like, you know,
Did you build it all yourself, or did you have your family
Yeah,
parts of it?
should come on in.
I built it all.
So you're saying you agree with the
So you are confident in its construction, dog.
I feel like it might get loose after a while, but yeah.
Alright.
That's a
You're banned.
No,
Yeah,
good.
just ban them for life. They're what's funny is they are actually ops, right? They're just doing the agreement thing before it's full, which I think is fine. Right? But we're gonna get through you guys pretty quickly. So. Yeah. So anyway, next one up.
Alright, let me bring up. Sorry, let's ban that person. Alright.
How's your back been today, dog?
Hi, how's it going?
Good deal, Rob.
I'm gonna name my son Untalgic.
25 San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah. What's his middle name gonna be?
Honestly, I'm not even an op. I just wanted to say that.
There we go.
Hold
Queen?
on, let me.
Are we
Hold on,
doing
let me-
are we doing a taste of Wilson's own medicine here? It's all right. We'll ban you guys until we get through you guys today. We'll have the next one.
Fuck are you
What
doing?
you do is you select them at random. That's a fair troll.
Yeah, his middle name will be Lean.
Talgic lean
Yeah,
bomb.
we have fun.
YOLO.
Actually, his first name will be Mr. and then Untalgic Lean. Mr. Untalgic Lean, that's his name.
Nice.
No, but Andrew, I just wanted to say, if you want the
Oh, sorry. What happened? Did he get muted and kicked? Go ahead.
Whoa, what happened? Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
I actually wanted to hear what he had to say.
And if he doesn't have Talgic lean,
Back up.
What do you
they
mean?
still name him that. If he doesn't have a back condition
Yeah, what happened?
where he has a lean, that You're still gonna name him that.
But he is the intelligent lean.
What happened?
Nice, nice, nice.
Joshua.
You know how families pass down heirlooms? I guess you'll pass down
Hello, Joshua.
slip discs.
How's it going, man? What's the topic? I just came in.
You did? Then why'd you come up?
Oh, yes, sir. Well, I see your podcast all the time, man, and I'm a huge fan.
Oh,
I
tell
like
me,
how you put it out there.
tell me
and you
all
speak the
about
truth.
how great I am.
I like your political views, man.
I'm picturing the baby being born perfect, and then you're like, okay, fix one thing. You fucking grab his spine and you just like wrench it.
Nice.
And then he's like, yeah. Now now he's just like his father.
Very handsome guy, very epic. And
Carry on my legacy.
Nice.
What are you gonna do if you have a baby, but the baby
Is what?
is he still gonna be called? Is he? If your baby is are you still gonna call him intelligent?
Oh, my bad.
Dude, your fucking mic is cucked out at the fucking exact time of the word that I already missed on.
What are you gonna do if intelligent lean isn't white when he's delivered?
I hope you, like, I wish you were, like, the president and shit, man. Like, he was a great guy.
Then, I guess someone else is gonna have to deal with it.
Oh, I didn't vote.
It could just be a melon problem, dog.
I'm putting out that.
It could be, but that's irrelevant.
What are you talking about? What if it is your son, but he's just he doesn't look anything like you?
What proof is there that he's my son?
Oh, they'll do a DNA test.
How many times have I done the test?
Yeah, you know.
How many times you want to do it?
Can you tell me I'm handsome again?
Yeah, Andrew, you're handsome, man. I love you on whatever.
Nice.
You too, man.
She can have a good time.
So because your son has a skin condition, you're gonna abandon
Wait,
your son in your life?
you're gonna say people that are black have a skin condition, dog?
No. If it's proven that it's your son biologically, it's just he has a skin condition that he's not white, you're gonna abandon.
Damn, dog.
What's your age and
California.
Nice,
We've
dude.
officially deemed it as a skin condition.
What is the root of all?
Okay, what if your kid has excess melanin in his skin? Okay, he has a condition which produces excess melanin.
So then I'll put him outside until
Yeah, I want to know how
the melanin isn't
you are.
relevant anymore.
Here, I think that
Oh, what do you mean?
more men like.
Just gotta get
Put him
that
outside.
extra exposure of vitamin D, dog. That radiatione.
Well, I've been
And when are
hearing
you gonna
some
bring him
stuff
in?
about- For you, is it about, putting Christ at the helm,
Oh,
or is it about pushing,
I won't.
like a Trump agenda?
Well, I consider those two things.
When it's the 6 months of sunlight, I'll put him up in
Well, I mean, Trump is not
the North
perfect
Pole or wherever it
example
is.
of
Bro, what the
God.
fuck is this image? Star Ruler, dude. This is fucking Star Wars, dog. What the fuck are you doing? This is blasphemy, dog.
Because I think that, Charlie Kirk, I knew Kirk. I met him and I hung with him.
Bro, this is not even fucking Star Wars, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
But
It is. It's just the fucking forum. Fucking dumb
Nah,
faggot cunt.
Star Ruler.
I think
That says Star Ruler.
All right, now I want to check it out. Where can I go see you with Charlie?
Cool. That's fucking
You
amazing.
can see me at Boise State University.
Hanging out with Charlie and his boys.
Fucking
Inside,
faggot's
yeah,
not
not
even
the
loyal
outside
to Star
checkers,
Wars
just
anymore.
inside.
Fucking piece of shit.
Boise State University. Charlie Kirk shaking whose hand?
I said on my page right here, I'm pretty sure I have video and documentation of me with him. So
Okay. So.
But anyway, my listen, dude.
Well, if you knew Charlie, if you knew him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
What was Charlie Kirk's middle name?
I don't rightly remember, to be honest with you. Why? How would I know that?
I'm just curious. You know, he's
I'm
a
not
guy
signing
you had a-
documentation.
a guy you had a close personal relationship with.
I never said a close personal relationship.
Well, you said that you knew him and you hung out with him and his boys. That seemed to me like you're trying to imply you had a personal relationship with him.
No, that's not what I meant. There's hundreds of thousands of people that met and hung out with Charlie Kirk that didn't know his middle name.
Or just didn't really know him at all.
What the fuck is this
I mean, I don't
blast?
believe that. No, I think that.
Were you like friends? Did he have your phone number? When he had times of crisis, did he call you and go, "Hey man, what do you think of this?"
That's
His
loud.
team, part of his team, bunch of his team members' numbers, yeah.
Whatever that is
Charlie
loud.
himself wasn't calling you.
Whatever what is.
I mean, I don't think I really.
Whatever I'm
wanted
hearing in
his
the
number. I
background.
didn't waste his time. He didn't be glazed.
From the
or
mic?
having glazed me. That wasn't what it was about.
I don't know, I heard somebody speaking.
Why did he support?
Yeah,
It was
well, my
about
dad likes
support-
to
it was about
announce
supporting
that he's
his
watching
endeavors because
whatever
he
he's
put
watching
Christ
all the time.
Okay.
And that's
he
what-
also
and that's what I
he
think.
supported the Trump agenda.
Makes the
Pretty
fucking
lit.
floor rumble.
I think that he
Pretty lit,
supported,
man.
I think that he supported the Conservative Party. I think that Trump is the head of that, party. So he's not going to turn to the Democratic Party, no.
So he was pro Trump agenda.
But you think that
And he was pro Donald Trump. I mean, they were close personal friends by both of their admission. Like their families were close friends.
How was
like
the shit
they were
today, dog?
friends. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't just meet him at an
Not
event.
bad, I guess.
They were actually pals.
Yeah, but do you think that him and,
Dog, can I
him and
tell you a
Donald Trump
secret?
spoke about Christ together?
Sure,
Yeah, I think
dog.
they probably did.
My
You think that Donald Trump
my
is a
toilet,
Christian?
when you
Well,
flush,
I do think
the water
yeah, actually, I do.
spins
Actually, I do think
counterclockwise.
that Trump is a Christian.
Cool. It's fucking lit, dude.
Pretty sure
I
it's
am
supposed to
honestly,
spin
man,
the
I
other
don't
way.
think that I came up here to push you a little bit in your beliefs and where you're at and how you can navigate between like
Spins
political characters
counterclockwise.
and the Bible, just because I want people to understand, I think, on a deeper level of who you really are, because I think we get lost in this idea that Christ is not supposed to be first over all of us. We get behind these picking parties, and are you not a Trump supporter? You're a Democratic weirdo if you're not a, Trump support, conservative. It's just back and forth.
The thing is like, do you agree with me that Democrats have definitely an antithetical to Christ view? Like 100% antithetical, like they believe in Skittles marriage, they believe in schmishmortion, they believe in the teeing, they believe in all that stuff, and they push all that stuff. Isn't that antithetical to the thing that you're claiming should be the head that we're supposed to adhere to? This should all be antithetical.
Yes, I do. In entirety, I do. Yes, but I also believe that men will not know good from evil in the last days. Okay, and if you look at
I don't think we're there, man.
You don't think that we're getting there?
Well, I mean, I think we've been getting there for 3,000 years. I don't think it's not a fast procession. You know what I mean? Everybody in every time frame that you can pick up literature post-Christianity thinks that they're living in the end time. Basically every single generation thinks that it's the worst that it ever was from the generation before. And I think it can get a lot worse, honestly. And I still do think that there's good men fighting the good fight. And I don't think that they can't tell the difference between good and evil. And I think Kirk was one of those guys.
Yeah, for sure. I don't disagree with that. I'm definitely a supporter of Trump. I voted for him. I debate for him on TikTok and all that. But I will never put Donald Trump above Christ.
Yeah, but I don't think who's advocating for that anyway.
Yeah, I thought this guy was
In the world of atheism, in the world of you know, of new Muslims coming into this country.
All right, dude. You're a little schnocker. I hope you have a wonderful evening. We'll get the next guy up.
Yeah, that was odd. Alex.
Oh, what happened? Damn it, Alex.
He left.
I thought he was going to tell me how handsome I am.
How much he loves Trump.
It wasn't 5 minutes. We talked a long time.
Nice man. Any relation?
What's up, Iceman?
Oh, hey, what's up?
Can I get your age and location for TikTok purposes?
26, Pennsylvania, and I just want to say that I am a supporter and a fan.
Hey, can you tell me how handsome I am, too? I'm a handsome guy.
Bro, enough glazing. Let's get to the ops.
They have those.
Yeah,
hang on, those are ops, bro. You didn't know that? Those are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, of course. So you gotta think about it. It's a double entendre. It's actually kind of smart, right? So I mean, we'll address, but it's actually kind of smart. So the idea is they can't get reported off because you're not saying anything bad. Right? That's the whole point. So what they do is they're going to suck up as much time as possible so that you can't get to the actual debate portion. It's actually kind of smart when you think about it. The only thing is that we can obviously deploy this the other direction as well. I don't think it's going to like that, but okay. Eastern, what's up?
How are you doing?
Good. Can I get your age and location for TikTok purposes?
31 and in Virginia.
What can I help you with?
So I'm not super familiar with your content, but I've seen a bunch of it in passing where you're on panels like arguing with people with a lot of only friends people and stuff like that.
I haven't really argued with that many of those, actually. Very small percentage of the debates I've done.
That I see on TikTok, I should say, that involve you.
Yeah, some of them.
I see you talk sometimes about Christ, and I see you talk about religious views sometimes.
Yeah.
But then I also see you arguing with people and judging them on their past. And how does that shuffle out for you? Like, where is your mind at on that?
Yeah, can you give me an example of that?
Well, like, there was the one girl that was, I believe she decided that she was going to be religious instead of continuing that career path.
Nala? You mean the Nala chick?
I'm not sure what her name was, but like you're... I'm not sure. I'm not familiar.
Yeah, so
with
what she was doing was, the reason we got into that engagement because she was lying to me about being a female minister. That's what led up to that.
Okay.
Yeah, she was claiming that she was a female. There was not. She claimed she did not have a ministry, but we knew she did. We knew she had a ministry.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, that's what led up to that.
So you don't have any issue with those people turning and giving their life to Christ, and it's not a...
No, actually, I was an early supporter. When everyone else was shitting on her for that, I was actually one of the early supporters who said, no, I'd rather see her go down that path than the opposition path. The problem, what happens is, then you get into discussion with these people, and then you can kind of see if they're being genuine or not. But I'd much rather see people move down that pathway than a different pathway.
Yeah, and forgive me for assuming your religious beliefs, but just based on some of the conversations you've had tonight, I'm assuming that you follow Christ.
Yeah, I'm an Eastern Orthodox Christian.
How do you rectify, do you think it's righteous judgment that, like, when you argue with people and, like, there's that one girl that insulted your wife, you got pretty nasty with her?
Yeah, I knew that was coming. So what? She shouldn't have insulted my wife.
And I mean, I understand that. If someone insulted my wife, I'd be pretty mad too, but...
So what's the issue? Like, what happened there was a bunch of Skittles people pushed those clips viral. Noticed no prominent conservatives cared about it at all. There's a reason why it was pushed by the left, and I don't really care if I offended the left.
Wow, I'm just wondering how you weigh out the being angry with people and like clashing with them.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't really know where you're going with this, but I appreciate the call. Have a good night. I don't know where that's going. It's just like not going anywhere.
You're mean. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's mean.
Smoky man bad, smoky man mean.
I guess.
He's gonna try to push you. When he said righteous judgment, you know exactly where he's going, which is that. Well, it says you're not supposed to judge me. Well, that's a different type of judgment than like making judgment.
Here's the prompts for the evening. If any of you guys want to tingle up, I'd appreciate it. If you want to.
Alright, I'll bring up the next caller. Ops only.
Hello.
Jake.
Better be an op or you're fired.
Yeah. So
oh no.
Jake, can I get your
I'm not
age
going to take up to...
Can I get your age?
My...
Jake, hang on, Jake. Before you get to your insults, can you just get the age and location?
My age is 25. I'm from California, unfortunately.
Now
I'm not up here to be an op. I'm not up here to insult you or be an op. I just want to say thank you for the work that you do, man.
Can you tell me? Can you tell me I'm handsome? Tell me how handsome I am.
You are absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, I'm a handsome devil, Jake. Yeah, I'm a handsome devil. Handsome devil. All right. Well, I appreciate the nice comment. I mean, you're banned from the chapter life, but I still appreciate it. You're still banned for life, but I mean, it's still a nice.
Mr. E, does that mean I'm fired now? He wasn't an op.
No. We'll give you another op.
Another chance.
A lot of men tell me how handsome I am.
Yeah, it's pretty. I can't think of it. Because I'm low because I was far away from the mic. I'm trying not to.
He left. Oh, man.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Ann. Hello. Can I get your age?
Oh my God! Finally, someone who can read. Yes, my name is.
Hang on. Before you
30.
get to the insults, can you just give me the age and the location? That's all I'm asking for. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was struggling with the mute button. 30 from California.
All right. What can I help you?
Okay, so how can I frame this question?
Well, you should frame it in response to the actual prompts. Here's the prompts for the evening. Did you want to argue about any of these?
Yes.
Okay, which one do you want to argue about? Let me guess. Woman-related.
Why are you making that blue?
Oh, wow. No. That's crazy. Why would you assume that because I'm a woman?
I don't know what to say, dude.
To argue that, why did
Why the
vote
fuck you making that blue?
So I voted for Biden during the height of the pandemic. I don't know if you guys remember.
Can't even
but
give
there was
a
lot of
goddamn
rhetoric
answer for this
online
book.
I've given you an answer so many
that
times that
made
I
it
was not
seem
even
like
gonna
if
bother.
you didn't vote for him, you were basically
Yeah?
not alive your
How
grandma.
many times?
And so I kind of want to have a conversation
Probably
with you about
20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
or
Nah.
at least debate it a little
Fuck
bit
that.
and see if we can find some form of consistency here. Because how should I frame this question? So I voted for Biden because at the time, my peers and I, we worked at Facebook, and we were told if we didn't get the shot and comply with certain things, we would be fired. Do you think that is justified? Do you think it's justified for the government to censor certain information if it's going to be for the greater good?
How many of you and your Facebook compadres, well, obviously you're a woman, how many of your peers were women?
When you look at the standing, like we're a couple points away from like 18.
I was the only one.
You were the only one.
That's why we have that.
And they censored you.
Feeling, which we can go like a couple games.
Why does Ann keep muting?
Quit muting yourself.
Can you stop muting yourself?
Didn't get the shot. Wait, is there? Hold on one second. May I come back? I think there's something weird with the connection.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, next one.
Why was your ex-wife up here, dude?
Leave my ex-wife alone. Black ex-wife.
Whoops. Apologies.
Hello, Dave.
Hello, I'm 33, Colorado.
Dave, can you tell me how handsome I am, Dave? Are you
I
up
don't
here?
have opinions on that.
Alright.
I'm a libertarian, but
Oh, okay.
I want to talk to you about force doctrine.
Oh, okay. Now we're talking about force doctrine.
Okay, so I noticed you tend to bring up force doctrine when you're either talking to feminists or I guess like the concept of morality, right?
No, not for the concept of morality usually. So let's start with this. What do you think force doctrine is?
If I understand you correctly, you're basically just pointing to the fact that all of our safety, all of our society depends on men, cops, military, people that keep us safe physically.
That's not what the force doctrine is. Though tangentially, you could make some arguments based on that. Force doctrine is a descriptor which is just claiming that women always have to appeal to men for rights because men have a monopoly on force in any society.
Okay, so it is tied more so to the men's stuff than anything else. Okay. So then, I guess it kind of does tangentially relate to that other stuff too, though, right? Because the men are like what you mean when you say that is like when men have the monopoly on force, is that like kind of by not by necessarily design, but by the way our society is structured, they're always going to be in those roles. Of, like,
No, not just by well, I believe it's by design, but whether it is or it isn't, the scripture just works like this. Women will never be able to not, unless there was no men, I guess. But in a multi-sex society, which would be necessary for the sustainment of human beings, women will always have to appeal to men for their rights. And even if they had their own society, they would still have to appeal to men for their rights because externally, if men exist, they can take women's rights away and they can't do anything about it. But the same thing's not true for men. That men themselves can always change their conditionals for rights if they so choose collectively, and women can't. So we don't have to appeal to. There's never going to be a situation where men will have to appeal to women for their rights, but they'll always have to appeal to men.
Well, I feel like it's a little bit situational, right? Like, I mean, it really just depends on willingness at this point in society because of the invention of weaponry and things like that, right?
Nope. Weaponry is not an equalizer on force. Not between men and women, anyway. What's that?
How not? If like
because let me ask you this. Right? You've ever seen like a cop, a female cop, get disarmed by a suspect? Happens quite often, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Well, because men are a little bit stronger.
A lot stronger, right? Not a little bit stronger, like a lot stronger.
Stronger enough that it matters across the board. Yes.
Yeah. It's a significant strength gap. And so the thing is that men are always going to be in a better position to use weaponry than women are, no matter what they are, no matter what type it is, because of that strength differential. So they're almost. I mean, this is almost universally the case. I can't think of a single weapon that men aren't better equipped to use than women.
I mean, I get how that applies to like our physical reality, but like I could still envision a world where like we have like strong feminazis that are just very willing to use their weapons.
Look, you can come up with things that I would concede are logically true, or could logically be possible, but they're not pragmatically possible or practically possible. So, I could say, for instance, that a unicorn. There's no contradiction with a unicorn. A unicorn is logically possible. You would agree with that, right? Yeah, but that doesn't. But is a unicorn possible actually? No. Yeah, probably not. So pragmatically possible. So that's where the argument sits, is on the pragmatic and practical possibility.
Okay, well, I mean, I feel like that. I feel like pragmatics is kind of where I feel like we kind of break down. We're talking about the way the world should be. So, like, do you have any?
We're not talking about how it should be. We're not talking about how it should be. We're talking about descriptively how it is.
Mhm.
That it is always the case that women are going to have to appeal to men for rights. Period. And there's nothing that they can do about that. There's just nothing they can do. So, like, for instance, if women collectively right now make an appeal to men for a right, let's say it's, I don't know, the right to eat donuts, right? They appeal to women for the right to eat donuts. Or women appeal to men for that right. And we say no. What can they do about it?
By and large, not much.
Nothing. They can't do
see
shit.
all this stuff,
Yeah, they can't do shit. But if let's say the enforcement arm told the collective of men that they could no longer eat donuts, can men do something about it?
More so than women can.
More so than women can. They have the potential to change their conditionals in half. Women can't.
Yeah, I guess my comment on the situation is that, like, when you feel the need to talk about the pragmatic enforcement of an ideology, you kind of are stepping away from, like, are they right on principle, or is it just the case that we can tell them to shut up if we want to? And I feel like one of those things is better to engage with than the other.
What do you mean?
So, like, if I'm a feminist and I'm trying to appeal to you logically, I'm trying to say, like, hey, I think men and women should, like, live in our society.
Why, but here's the problem, right? We just hit the problem. Why does a feminist need to appeal to me?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
feminists have
that's
to
the point I'm
appeal. They have to appeal to the patriarchy to dismantle the patriarchy. They have to. They don't have a choice. And that's the thing. It's like men never have to appeal to the collective of women. They can just make them do whatever they want. And there's not much they can do about it. That's the point of force doctrine. It's pointing out that women always have to appeal to men. They always have to, and don't have to do the same thing back.
Yeah, but I mean, if I took this you in a different direction, right? If I said, like, you know, if we wanted to talk about morality, and I was saying, like, I think it's objective and everything like that, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter because the U.S. has the most powerful military and our morality.
Hang on, if women want to appeal to my standard for objective morality, then they need to concede to hierarchy and men at the head of the hierarchy. Otherwise, they're not conceding to my form of objective morality. They're saying that morality is subjective. If that's the case, why should I grant them anything except, okay, that it is subjective, and so if we want to take this shit by force, we will, right? That's the argument.
Well, I was taking a step away from feminism just to show that how, like, if I focus on pragmatism in another area, it doesn't get us any further in understanding our points, like, about morality, right? So, like, if I'm arguing with you about morality, and my point is, well, it really doesn't matter what you say, my country has all the right forces, so whatever I say goes regardless. We're kind of not having a conversation anymore. I'm just kind of threatening.
No, you're still having a conversation, and you're not threatening anybody. You're having a conversation, and you're discussing. At that point, you're discussing what it is that you think one country has the means to do over another, and whether or not you bring up morality views or things like this is a different topic altogether, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess what we're trying to criticize is that, like, as an argument against feminism, it kind of is just you, like, kind of folding your arms and saying, like, well, you only have it because of me anyway. Like, that's what it feels like when I hear that argument.
Well, it's not an argument; it's a descriptor.
It is a descriptor, but it's a descriptor that only really serves to say, like, I don't care about your arguments, right?
No,
does that make sense?
It's a descriptor.
Nah, dog, that red's too bright.
To say that women should be very, very, very grateful to the fact that men adhere to objective Christian morality, because if they did not, women would have no choice. That's what it's there to say.
For sure, and I understand that. Like, I don't disagree with that premise. I'm just, like, more talking about the use of it.
That is the use of it. The point is to point out a descriptor which is true in most of the world, absent the West. And it's because Western women appeal to the benevolence of men inside objective morality in order to appeal to them for their rights. And men graciously and benevolently give them to them when they don't have to, including to women who believe that there are no such things as rights and it's all subjective. And it's just a point to, it's just a way to point out that there should be a little bit of gratitude in this world where you try to demonize men as being the most horrific people on planet Earth, that they're actually quite benevolent.
All right. Well, yeah, no, I'm glad you were able to completely clarify, like, your exact case use force doctrine, what it really means and everything like that. I think this was good, and I followed you. So
all right, appreciate it, Dave. Have a good night. Hearts and minds, hearts and minds. Next one up, please. You guys got something political you want to debate Rob with here? Poor Rob's just been sitting there, hasn't been able to even tangle with anybody.
Mr. E on the Discord side, is there anybody that wants to debate? That's came in, or is that more for you?
What, in the Discord? No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
No ops in the Discord. They
No.
all get left and unverified.
Hello, Nathan. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can you give me your age and location for TikTok purposes?
Yes.
Are you going to tell me how handsome I am after that?
Yes, you. I was gonna start with that. You are very handsome.
I am a very handsome guy. Anyway, age, age and location.
Okay. Okay. 33, Texas.
Got the hiccups.
No, I have Tourette's.
Oh no.
No, it's okay. I can curve it a little.
No, you're good, Nathan. Sorry, bro. I'm not being ableist here or anything, but you know, just in case you decide to spurt out with some not so friendly TikTok words. Hello, pretty.
Hello. That's exactly why I have this name.
Oh, you want everybody to sound like a wicked witch?
Yeah.
Hello, my pretty. Anyway, age and location for TikTok purposes, please.
26 in California.
Okay. What can I help you with this fine evening? Here's the prompts, by the way, if you want to look at them.
Okay. Yes, I had a question about the 19th Amendment and your views on it, because my views, which have gotten me disowned from my in-laws,
Is that you want to get rid of the 19th?
Well, I think there should be qualifications for women to
Then what are you up
be
here?
able to
Then
vote.
what are you up here arguing with me for?
I just want to know if it should be, in your opinion, full repealed and why, because that's just things that I've heard, and I just wanted to clarify.
Well, if you want to argue with the prompt, you're welcome to come back another day. Have a nice day, pretty.
Okay, thank you.
Take care. Here's the prompts. You guys want to argue the prompts? You want to talk about ICE? Rob's up here to talk about ICE with you. All these liberals and none of them can talk about ICE. It's crazy. Crazy. Andrew, you know not who that was? I do not know who that was. No way for me to know who these people are. How the hell am I supposed to know? But anyway.
All right, Owen.
Yo.
Can you hear me, Owen?
Yeah, I can.
Can I get your age and location for TikTok purposes?
Yeah, I'm 19. I'm from Missouri.
All right, Owen. Which of these prompts do you want to argue about?
I think about ICE, just in general. Maybe not that specific prompt. That's all right.
Okay. Go ahead. Rob's here for you, baby.
I'm
Rob's
ready.
here for
Perfect.
you.
Yeah, so I think that in general, what ICE is doing is good. And I know that since there are a lot of undocumented people in our country, they are able to, racially profile, pull people over because of their accent, talk to them. And I feel like that is a difficult situation. But what I'm disappointed about is the way that some of these ICE agents feel like they can do whatever to any of these people, even if they are U.S. citizens. They don't know this. They don't know if they're undocumented. They don't know if they're illegal. But they treat everybody very roughly. And I've seen in clips where there isn't like some context to where they're met with aggression. They're being aggressive firsthand. I feel like that aggression is not necessary for their job.
Okay, can you give me a specific example?
With a specific person, an ICE agent? No, I cannot.
But I mean, like, obviously I'm not asking for their name, but like, you saw them apprehend someone in LA. Describe the situation a little, because I'll tell you, like, not to bury the lead, most of the time what we see is these things are blown massively out of proportion. For example, the viral story that happened just the other day of the poor innocent family with their child coming back from a basketball game, and ICE for no reason decided to spray tear gas on flashbangs all over them. Turned out not to be true. These were people that were actually protesting, had their kids in the car previously, and were in an unlawful gathering that were actually against ICE. So I think most of these stories tend to be not true. I'm open to saying that there certainly could be officers that go over the line, but I don't know what you're talking about on the specifics if you just make a general
Dog, I'm supposed to get it tomorrow, dog.
Yeah, I can't give you like a specific situation. It's just the overall
Yeah,
aggression.
dude. Fuck.
Based on the different clips I've seen on the internet.
You gotta fucking stream it, right? You fucking piece of shit.
I don't know how I'm gonna stream it.
Hey, no. Don't fucking tell me you don't know how. You fucking figure it out, dog.
Most of the people that are putting up clips showing ICE being overly aggressive at least have a bias against ICE, probably, and so they have an incentive to show that.
Most likely, unless it's from like a news network or something. Yeah.
What news network do you think doesn't have a biased agenda against ICE?
Doesn't have a biased agenda against ICE?
Correct. For example, I saw it reported that when it comes to the mainstream network, 92% of the coverage of ICE has been negative.
Fucking hell. Where are you gonna build it? In your room? Basement?
Let's say that I don't
Well, if I want to stream it, it has to be here.
Tell me the media organization that you're seeing this from that you say, I don't believe they have a bias against ICE.
Associated Press.
AP. You don't think AP has a bias against ICE?
I think AP is one of the most unbiased news networks.
Okay. Has AP ran any stories about radical anti-ICE protesters using their vehicles to impede ICE, attacking ICE, entering into churches, etc.? How many articles has AP written about the violent attacks on ICE for people
Fucking stand this heat.
I'm not sure, but I assume they have. They tend to report on both sides.
What do you mean,
Report
John?
on both of the extremists.
Okay, well then you've seen those stories.
It's hot in my room.
Yeah, I have actually. Yes.
Okay, so give me an example of one of the AP stories you saw that were defending ICE.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was when Trump deployed the National Guard to LA. It was around that time. I don't know the title of the article, but they did report on it, and they were, supporting ICE and defending them, and saying how protesters need to stop blocking the roadways and things like that.
The hell, was that just the door closing?
That's generally the gist of it. I mean, that was months ago, so I can't give you a super detailed, version.
Looks, sounds like a front-end
I will
loader.
just say this. Obviously, this is going to be... I just think you're factually wrong on the fact that AP doesn't have this sort of bias. But let's skip beyond that.
Your house is haunted, dog.
Able to make it through that. Let's say this. Let's say that there are times that there will be individuals from ICE that will go outside the scope. Would you admit that's the case with any law enforcement agency?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, and would you acknowledge that given the grand scale of how many illegal immigrants were left in under the prior administration, that there is a huge, massive job for ICE to do?
Yeah, I think so, but I also think that it's important for ICE to be focusing on a specific category, maybe even a demographic, more on the people who are just here. Maybe they're undocumented. I think undocumented persons should be given an option, should be given specific options. I can get to that in a second. But I think people who are here, who have crossed over multiple times, have not attempted to get a job, things like that. Maybe they have a criminal record or something, so that would exclude undocumented persons. But I feel like those people are the people we should be focusing on, and those are the people that Obama focused on. And I feel like that has kind of drifted away from this administration. We're trying to get everyone and everybody, and we're not focusing on the most dangerous people.
Dog, I think you should speak at the WEF, dog.
So I believe
Yeah, I probably should.
Studies I've been reading show that over 80% of the people that ICE has apprehended.
What are you going to say?
Tell them they're all going to get arrested while they're walking out of the room.
Secondly, your criticism of ICE overacting and being violent, you're now sort of moving on to a different issue, which I think speaks to sort of your bias, whether it be intentional or subconscious, which is you just don't want illegals to be deported unless they meet a certain criteria. So you're going to be negative about ICE deporting those
your police.
and yet they're operating within the scope of the law.
The 104th dog.
That they're not going after those that they anticipate are usually more criminal.
So you like your
I think that,
your action figures or whatever are going to surround the building.
Who are not here legally
Well,
should be deported.
you know how in Toy
I
Story,
do think there is a specific
the
category
toys
that
are
should be
awake
allowed to stay or given
and
an
alive when
option
you're
to.
asleep.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how it is.
Nice.
If they're willing to work with
But
ICE
also,
if they're
I also
undocumented,
have
I think they should be given
a wand that I
pathway to
can
their
say
citizenship, a quick
you're real, and
pathway.
how they become real troopers.
And I think people who do like
It's pretty lit, dude.
Very interesting. Yeah, and when you're up there on the stage giving a speech, are you gonna have a hat with a propeller on it, or?
Have any, criminal history.
No, I don't have one of those. Should I get one?
Nice. I don't know, dude. I think it would be pretty lit to have that on when you're calling for their arrest.
No, I'm not calling for
fucking
them.
action figures.
Arrest them.
You're making two separate claims. One, you would like to see
And when you
certain
say
people that ICE may detain and remove not be
you're gonna be
detained or
arrested,
removed
do you
because
like
personally think they should
start
stay.
taking action figures out of your pockets and like play with them and then like throw them at people, or?
I think you fail to acknowledge if it would turn out to be the case that the
Oh,
vast
no,
majority
dog.
of people
I don't
ICE
think
is
that's how it
targeting
would go.
now are people with criminal records. Would that change your opinion?
So how are what is it? 3 inch figures gonna arrest everyone?
No, I
Like?
said they come alive, dog. That's literally what I said.
What? So they grow inside as well, do they?
Yeah, dude.
Lots of people have criminal.
I don't think they did that in Toy Story though.
But I didn't say it's like exactly like Toy Story.
Well, you
I said,
did. Well, you did
No, I
say
said
it's
it's
like
like.
Story Dog.
Yeah, they come alive.
Record rather than,
Ice, dude.
like, oh, are they? Yeah,
Fair enough. So you're the one making the affirmative criticism. So
So
surely
basically, you can't do anything.
what percentage are you upset about that
Do
ICE
whatever the
has
fuck I
removed
want.
that don't meet the criminal level
Oh yeah,
that you find sufficient?
the power of imagination and all, right?
Can you ask that question again? Are you
No,
looking
the
for a
power
number?
of
Like,
one.
what are you
The power of two. The power of
They're
many.
too brutal. And now you've moved away
Yes,
from
that
that.
was
You're
the
like, I have
gayest
a
thing I've
problem.
ever
They're
heard.
reporting the wrong
Oh,
kinds
but
of
dog,
people.
it's your favorite show.
And I'm like, oh, really? Can you prove that? Because often what I see is
Wait,
people
what show?
from organizations like the AD and other media groups that are
Dog,
Have you
it's-
finished Mad Men yet?
profoundly against any
No,
immigration
I'm on the
enforcement.
last
And
episode
so
of
they
season
make these
6.
tiered arguments. They say it's too brutal.
forgot
they
what
say
happened.
these people are innocent protesters. They say they're deporting citizens. They say they're not deporting the worst of the worst. So if I look at data that suggests that the vast majority of those being deported are people with criminal records, you're the one who has a problem with ICE. So can you tell me the data that you're looking at that shows the majority of people they're
Why are you building?
don't meet whatever your
Why am I
personal
what?
qualifications are for
Why are you building
criminality
this
that
one?
should be deported?
Because I want to build it.
Specific data sets that I can share with you that I have
In real
available
life?
to me right now.
Nice.
I guess
Well,
I've,
like,
you
you
know,
mean Lego?
formed
Yeah.
this opinion
Well,
over
obviously, yeah.
articles and data that I've read in the past.
I don't know how
So
well
I
I'll
can't
be able
give
to
you
make it.
specific data sets right now,
but
which I don't.
Dog,
think should be
those
expected of
those
anyone
sides
on
aren't the
TikTok.
same.
No, may be true that I'm not asking. But it seems
guy's
my
so
guess
gay,
is this:
dude.
you've made up your mind.
I'm
without
just trying to help.
You've
That's
listened
not
to
true.
people.
No.
Okay, so then give me a general idea of where you've heard.
You know what it's
Did
like?
you hear the majority of people being
You know when
deported
you
haven't
watch a
committed any
movie or
crime?
a TV show
Did you hear
and
that only 50%
someone
What
is
did you-
like,
in
"Oh,
general?
hey."
I've heard
It's like,
that there is a large number.
Can you fucking complete a goddamn sentence, dude? Like, holy fuck!
Yeah, I'm telling a
I've
story.
also heard
They go like, "Oh, hey," and they don't know who they are because they have fucking Alzheimer's and dementia. That's you. Why is that blue? That's blue.
You still haven't given me an answer, so
I've given you an answer.
you know what you're doing.
Undocumented means that
Nah.
they're not here legally. You would.
What's the answer, dude?
No, undocumented means
Because I know I'm changing it,
documentation whatsoever.
and I know that I have to change it because it's the
But
wrong
dog,
color.
why? Exactly, it's the wrong color, dog. So stop making it the wrong color. You wouldn't have to change it. You're giving yourself more work.
No, because I don't know if I'm keeping it like that, so I will have to change it. It's the
No,
exact
but you do
reason
know
why
you're
I
not
have to
keeping
do
it that way because it's the wrong color.
You're saying that undocumented
Exactly.
aren't necessarily people that are here illegally. They are
Fucking
just
piece of
people
shit.
without
No,
identification.
they are here illegally. They are.
Okay, then I don't get your point. So then your criticism is Trump has admitted that they're deporting people that are here illegally.
Yes.
And also you suspect that that might be some of them the only crime they've committed.
Right. So the difference between undocumented and illegal immigrant means
I got
illegal
magic
immigrant is
mushrooms
someone
that-
we have documentation on, meaning that
Nice.
we know that they're here. Either they've gotten a visa.
Why you
they
say
came
nice?
through, they've failed their citizenship. They have an expired green card. They're
Isn't
here
it
illegally.
nice?
That's an illegal immigrant, right? They have some sort of
No,
falsification.
there's different kinds of nice. What nice do you mean?
We don't know they exist.
That's
What
the
nice
only
do you
thing
want
you
me to
fucking
mean?
use.
Okay, real quick.
No, I want to know what nice you're meaning when you say nice.
Are also
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm failed to see. This just seems to be semantics.
Fucking
If they're here
hell.
illegally, and we have an illegal type person that has an ID from, say, the country of Venezuela that says, "Hey, my name's Jim Smith," and we see that they're not
What
legally
was your
allowed to be
question?
here with their papers. And then the second type of illegal is someone who says, "My name's Jim Smith." We know they're not from this country and they have no documentation. If they're both illegal, why do I care? Deport both.
What kind of nice are you talking
If
about?
they're undocumented, we don't know. Sorry, I'm getting out of my car right now. If they're undocumented, we don't know.
What was your question? What did you say before?
So we have to, investigate them. Go case
Nah,
by
man, they're
case
too
and look at these
retarded.
people and say, hey, are you willing to try to get your citizenship? Are you willing to, maintain a stable job and pay income taxes? Are you, supporting the American GDP?
You fucking say I have Alzheimer's?
Back to Mexico to help your family members. What are you
That's
doing
funny, dude.
in this country? Why are you here? What is your point? We don't know any of that question until we stop and ask them. But instead of trying to, get new citizens, which do help our country.
You know, if we were defusing a bomb,
I failed to say. Let's ask.
and like
Do you think
I had to like give you instructions, I'm like, yo, cut the red wire,
Do you think
and you're like,
Which one is it again?
what wire? Exactly.
Yeah,
There's like fucking 10 seconds left, dude.
reason for you that we should let them off the
Yeah, it's accurate.
Yeah, so for things like crimes and things, you can't really
Oh my
put that
God,
into
man.
an analogy. That's not something you can do fairly. That's like saying, oh, why did you murder this person? I find that to be fair, so you can, not go to jail, not have a life sentence.
Oh, dude, I remember there was a game.
Case by case.
I think it was literally just about bomb defusal, and one person is
Yes, they should
is
ask,
giving
why did you
instructions,
cross over the border illegally? What are you
and
doing?
the other
What is your
person
point?
is actually defusing it. It's pretty fun, dude. If I can afford a fucking PC,
Oh, it's on
if it's
PC?
not, I think so, yeah.
Your belief that I'm just not comfortable with that. I think we should.
I remember a long time ago watching some old YouTubers I used to watch play it.
Get into this country if we say you're
They're
allowed
pretty
to
fun.
break in illegally, but as long as some individuals have a criteria that say your motivations for breaking in illegally were good, and we think you're good, so we'll keep you. What would stop the rest of the world from deciding they wanted to immigrate here?
So I don't think we should have open borders at all. So let's not assume that. I think our borders should be absolutely closed, and we should have maximum security on our borders so we can prevent any further illegal crossings. But for the people that are here now, we need to give them a chance. The reason why people cross over illegally now is because it takes so long for people to get their citizenship.
That's irrelevant. I'm not concerned. That's like saying the reason people steal cars. Let me finish. That's like saying the reason people steal cars is because cars are so expensive. No, it still doesn't justify the law.
Right, irrelevant.
By the way, this was the same argument. Real quick, this was the same argument that was used during the Reagan administration. Reagan gave a bunch of illegals amnesty, and the Democrats said, "We promise we'll secure the border." And what happened? As soon as the Democrats get in positions of power, they decide to open up the border, and then they say, well, this time if you give everyone amnesty, we promise we'll secure the border next time. And the beat goes on. So no, if we are a country of laws, we should strictly enforce the laws. Those people could go back and come here the legal way. If people in our country decide they want more immigrants and that they think the current immigration system is too stringent, then they could vote to make it less stringent.
And that's where we're going to leave it. That's where we're going to leave it. I appreciate the call in, Owen.
Yeah.
It was very kind of
Thanks,
you to
man.
do, and I hope we can talk to you again in the future.
Yeah, good conversation. Thank you.
Take care, man.
You should join the WWE,
Bob,
dog.
after this is done, we're going to work on this audio issue.
Yeah,
What would your wrestling name be?
would allow me.
We need
So I don't know what
Brock Lesnar 2.0.
Patrick, what's
The
up, man?
lumbar.
What is your age and location for TikTok purposes, please?
And what would your finisher move be or whatever?
I'm 20 years old. I'm from New Jersey.
You here to plays, bro?
Break someone's
No,
fucking
dude, I'm
lumbar
actually a
spine,
really big
dog.
fan of you,
That's
man.
blazing.
Nice.
That's the whole point. It's like you're here to play. Can you tell me how handsome I am, Patrick?
Now, would your
Come on,
would
Patrick,
that
tell me how
involve
handsome I am. It's a good
So
troll.
down
Like
for it.
it's a
I don't know, like some kind of supernatural
No,
like
dude, I'm not
frisbee
trolling.
where you throw it and they can't help but try to catch it, and then when they catch it,
I loved
you
your
either like
debate.
spear
I
them in the
remember
back or they just
I
land
watched
weird and
it.
they hurt their back, or
Okay, you take care.
does it involve like a car hitting them?
Anyway.
Well, like my
next one.
fatality is a car hitting them and then them landing on their fucking
By the way, ops only.
sacrum.
If you're not an op, you're gonna get banned from the chat forever.
Down to sacrum, dude. Shit.
Jod.
Hi.
Yeah, I can hear you. What's your age and location for TikTok purposes?
I am 30 from Washington.
Okay. Which of the prompts here do you want to tangle up on?
So I was wondering if we could go women-related topics.
Sure.
So one, I want to say big fan. Hi. But there's one thing, I've watched a lot of your debates, and I agree with you generally on most things.
Okay.
But one thing that I kind of want to like play devil's advocate on a little bit is you seem to, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you seem to kind of advocate for or at least defend like bigger age gaps in marriages.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So to be devil's advocate, because I think me and a lot of people.
Well, are you being devil's advocate, or do you just not think that age gaps are okay?
I don't think that they're okay.
Okay, well then you're not being the devil's advocate. You're being the devil, right?
Yeah, no, that's true. I guess it's just I'm gonna come from a point I wish the liberals that you were debating on this topic would maybe come at.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I think most people generally like kind of get a little bit of an ick factor if they see like a huge age gap, especially if the man is older than the woman. And my point or my argument is I think it's not like stated in a verse per se, but I think biblically speaking, with the way that love and marriage is portrayed in the Bible, that it almost perpetuates like a really close bond, right? Being one, you know what I mean? And I think that that's a really hard thing to do if there's such a huge age gap.
Okay.
And I think if you look at marriage transactionally,
but even
then,
if I don't,
the fuck,
even if I agree with that, so what? Like marriage is hard to do. Period.
Yeah, that's true. But I think as a Christian and someone with a voice, I think the better thing to do would be to advocate for more like true love, oneness in marriage, not purely.
Why do you assume that you can't have true love with a 20-year age gap?
I'm not saying it's impossible, but like for instance, another thing that I've seen you touch on in other
it's
debates
not just
is
that
like,
it's impossible, but it happens all the time, right?
Yeah, but I think as we built the West on Christian values, right? You can see that.
Yeah,
like,
but you
haven't
haven't expressed what's anti-Christian about the position. Like if a 20-year-old woman marries a 40-year-old man, what's anti-Christian about that? Anything?
No, not necessarily.
Well, then what are we
even
arguing about?
Well, we're arguing if we ought to push for that more than we should closer age.
Well, you're not pushing for that as what's optimal or non-optimal. Just that it's acceptable. There's no problem with it.
Well, I think okay, kind of like for instance with how we kind of view like OF, right? I think we should as a society.
All right, I'll be back.
Yep. Ugh.
Dog, you still there, dog?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh boy, now we in LA. LA, right? LA. I think it's LA. Let's check this out. Good Lord, here we go.
All right, so we are following this live for you right now out of Willowbrook, California. We have very few details so far, but what we do know is that there is a car chase that has occurred that led to a shooting involving a federal agent on the ground there. So obviously you're looking at some of the images that we got in screen right over the past few minutes. Screen left is the live shot provided to us from our affiliate KTTV on the ground there. Paul Morrow is joining us now as we await more details on this car chase that led to a shooting involving a federal agent. Paul, please jump in.
So obviously they're going to review this for the use of force, especially in the current context of the Renee Good shooting. It'll come down to a number of things. Why did the officer shoot? Was that person, that is the agent, presented with deadly force? Was it an accidental firing? Did the person drive the car at him? Was there shots fired at the agent? These are all sort of the logical things that you would look at. One of the nuances is going to be what the pursuit protocols are for federal government. The local police these days almost all have protocols for when and how you can pursue. It strikes people a lot of times as counterintuitive, but the police actually won't pursue in a vehicle misdemeanor crimes, things like that, because they don't want to endanger the public for something that they feel is not that important and that we can get the person on later. So,
oh yeah, I forgot. In California, the ones that just let you walk in and walk out, stealing stuff. That's them, right?
that would be something I'm sure they're going to look at. Who is the perp? Why was there a chase in a populated area? Obviously, we don't know much. We just have to, as we always say, of the first 100 reports, 99 are going to be erroneous. That's just because everybody is scrambling right now to figure out what happened.
Okay, so a little bit more information, and I just want to reiterate: the suspect was not hit, but the agent was hurt. This is according to high-level DHS sources.
So the agent was hurt, but the person wasn't hit. He shot at him, but they were not hit, but the agent was hurt. So does this mean that the agent was also hit by the car first before they shot?
At this moment,
or hurt in some other form or fashion?
But according to the LA authorities there and multiple sources, the call came in at 7:20 a.m. local time there.
Okay.
The shooting took place involving a DHS agent task force. They were conducting an operation in the Willowbrook, Compton area of South LA. The suspect fled from the target location in a vehicle. The short vehicle pursuit ensued. Then the suspect's vehicle crashed into a parked car near the 2400 block of 126th Street. Very local details are coming in. An incident occurred immediately following the termination of the pursuit that led to a federal officer firing his or her weapon. Right. No person was hit by gunfire. All federal agents accounted for. All suspects have been detained. A little bit more information.
Yeah, I mean, look, everybody's mind is, of course, going to the immigration situation, but there's a very good chance this has nothing to do with immigration. DHS has an operational arm known as HSI, Homeland Security Investigations. They work in task forces. They work with the marshals. There's a very good chance this was a fugitive apprehension.
So this federal agent, this doesn't mean that, okay. Because my mindset is already in ICE. I'm just thinking this is an ICE story, but it's not. But it says that in the title it says car chase leads to shooting involving illegal immigrant and federal agents. Interesting.
An arrest warrant on somebody.
Which makes you just start thinking ICE.
Could be anything. The fact that it happened so early in the morning, argues to me you do operations very early in the morning when you're going to boom a door. You have a suspect identified, you want to get in there, execute a search warrant. So that suggests maybe they were running an operation on a location that they knew was dirty, and somehow or other this person twigged to it. They may have even fled from the scene.
I want to hear the extra details.
Suggests to me that
I want to know what.
One piece got into the car and fled. So, like I said, we're going to have to see how this thing teases out, but I know everybody's...
This is one of those things where, because it was an illegal immigrant, You're saying that's what it is. It's an illegal immigrant and it's gonna bring all the people out that got a problem with ICE.
Whole of a continent. Here we go. NATO responds as Trump hails Greenland deal covering entire Arctic region that involves small pockets of land for U.S. bases. So Donald Trump is actually getting sovereign territory in Greenland. He extracted sovereign territory from Greenland. This all happened dramatically at the NATO summit today. Let's go through the top line here from the New York Times, which broke the story. Trump-Greenland deal said to involve small pockets of land. President Trump said on social media he'd reached a framework of a deal for the future of Greenland and Danish territory.
Be a race trader? See, again, y'all are throwing race into all of this. Nobody's throwing race.
You've got told the mayor Frey, he told MPD to stand down and rage baited too hard. Well, the thing is that if you are being violent and you're attacking somebody who's peacefully demonstrating something, you are the problem. It doesn't matter whether that thing is making you mad or not. Like, for example, if there's somebody who is, you know, the KKK and they're doing a protest or a demonstration, then they have every right to do that. But the problem is that you can't take away somebody's First Amendment right just because you disagree with what they're saying. If you could do that, then everybody would be doing this all the time. Like, it's really just that simple. And yeah, these liberals are real Nazis. I think these people behave more like Nazis than the people that they're opposing. I think that's true. I think they're the ones that are creating their own secret police. They're trying to document everybody. They're trying to arrest them. They're destroying property. They're violent. I do. I think that they're doing all the things that they're criticizing Nazis and the ICE for doing. They're doing it all themselves. And it goes back to what I've said before many times, is that these people don't actually have any values. The only value that they really have is people that they're effectively taking. All they want to do is consolidate power and do that to somebody else. Antifa is SA and SS. They're using the same as them. I don't know about that. Trump's degree gave hard men a license to square off with soft men. He's even paying them to do it. Cathartic cinema. I don't know really what this is. This might be something else. And so a black man stood next to Jake Lang while he's getting hit with water balloons. What's this?
I don't know how. I just can, right? Divine entity. Now at the end of the day, my job.
Way to be fucking brave and trying to fucking do something.
Yeah, my job. You know, my purpose on earth, and my spirit told me I'm the son of God, right? A lot of people gonna think I'm lying, and I just showed you again. It shows you again that I don't have to lie, but I move off love and unity, and that's how Jesus walked. If y'all Christians, that's how Yahweh walked. If y'all Africans and y'all roots, Yahweh walked just showing love regardless of what somebody did to you.
Yeah, it's like you can't go and stab somebody because they disagree with you. Like, it sounds crazy, but it's pretty fucking obvious. They thought Jake had been attacked by ICE, told him to get out, which side he was on. Okay, right? And this is, again, a person who picked up Jake Lang as he was being attacked was a transgender DACA recipient. He thought Jake had been attacked by ICE. They kicked him out of the car a block away after asking which side he was on. And this is it. This is what these people do. And so, yeah, he said, Yahweh, stone him. I don't know about that. Violence doesn't help anybody. Well, I think that eventually what's going to happen is that somebody is going to start shooting, or there's going to be a much larger scale of violence. And I think that really when you don't have police that are holding people accountable for being violent and aggressive, what happens instead of that is that the public goes out there and does it themselves. I think that there's a good chance that we could see a bombing, we could see a shooting, we could see somebody driving a car through one of these crowds. I think that there's a very, very high probability that that's coming up really soon. I do. I think it's coming up really, really soon. And the reason why is because they've allowed it to escalate to this level. They've allowed it to, you know, basically they've allowed them to shut down roads. They've allowed them to start random fires. They've allowed them to obstruct federal law enforcement. They've allowed them to, you know, get into the street. They've allowed them to destroy property. Now they're allowing them to do mass, you know, like fucking vigilante violence on like one individual person. I think that it's a very, very high probability that this happens because I've never seen something like this ever de-escalate naturally. Like, I don't think something like this generally burns out. Or sorry, it doesn't fade away, it burns out. So, like, there's going to have to be something that happens that is going to be extreme that will stop this from happening. Streets of Minneapolis look like a war zone. It's open season on conservatives and ICE agents. Send in a National Guard, shut the whole place down. That is what they should do. They absolutely should do that. Jake Henry Hughes is shouting the N-word. I don't know about that. That's whatever. Fate, it seems, is not without sense of irony. Well, what I think is funny is that a lot of minorities, I think, they're the ones that are being displaced the most by, what do you call it? They're being displaced the most by, you know, illegal aliens coming in and taking jobs. And so, really, like, I can easily see why a lot of minorities would support this guy, because there's a greater enemy that exists that, you know, they both have a shared goal with. Now we have, I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but you have a lot of these people that are going around, these wild Karens that are going around, and they're attacking and going after random people that look like ICE. Now, I don't know, like, I mean, this is, whenever I hear this, it's almost like it's a parody of itself. So you have all these people that hate the fact that there's stereotyping. They hate the fact that there's random stops. They hate the fact that, you know, people are guilty until proven innocent. And then they're doing all of these things. They're actually the ones that are doing it. The Karen SS. Okay, here we go. Let's watch it.
What's up?
Hi, are you law enforcement?
Huh?
Are you law enforcement? Are you law enforcement?
No, why?
Are you law enforcement?
No, why?
Are you law enforcement?
Mental illness. I don't think people understand how deranged these people are. They're like bots, man. They really are. It's sick. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Bro, is this a simulation? Oh, is this like one of those ice things or something?
Cool, thank you. Good to know. Are you law enforcement? I'm just gonna grab your card here.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
See, if it was up to me, I'd just put all these people in a mental institution and then all the problems would go away. I would. This type of behavior, this is weird, aggressive, discordant, deranged behavior. And really, I mean, why is it that, you know, we as Americans have to deal with a Karen? Why do we have to deal with a Karen? I don't think that we do. Just put them in a mental institution, problem solved. It's nuts. She's radicalizing? Yeah, I mean, these people are crazy.
Yeah, it looks like you're law enforcement.
Yeah.
It looks like you're law enforcement?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
How do you know that? Because it's a white guy?
It's one of those people, dude.
I wouldn't really call them people. Meanwhile, it's just some Gamba-addicted kick streamer that's playing pachinko with like an overlay while he's driving around. Like, this is the most degenerate stream ever. Like, we're talking about, oh yeah, like, oh, this is some kind of big law enforcement. How could it be law enforcement? He's probably playing on a website that's illegal.
But she's still saying it. How'd you know, dude?
Hi, do you have your flashers on?
How'd you know I was law enforcement? What gave it away?
Your blue lights were flashing, friend.
Oh, no way, dude. Look at her vlogging away. Look at her. She thinks she's onto something. Look at her. Look at her. Oh my God. Look at her.
What
she thinks she's onto something. She thinks she's onto something. Look at her. My blue lights were flashing, by the way. Let's see my blue lights. with a fucking mannequin in the front seat.
Oh my God.
That is hilarious.
Is she gone now?
That's hilarious.
What a schizo. Oh my God.
You're going on Facebook. They think you're ICE.
What a schizo. Do we have a crisis with white women? Yeah.
Bro, that's hilarious, bro. See,
We
sometimes
sure
the
do.
content just comes to you, bro. Oh, there she is. There she is. There she is.
Oh no.
There she is. Oh, she's walking away.
Oh no, uh-oh.
How retarded do you feel right now?
I don't know.
Are you even allowed to say that word?
Are you allowed to
You just said that word. You just said the R word. That's not going to sound good on your Facebook post. By the way, there is a mannequin in the front seat. I'm live on kick.com/Connor. I'm not a cop, retard. So yeah, give me promo. Kick.com/Connor. Kick.com/Connor.
Hose mad.
Kick.com/Connor. How retarded do you look and feel right now that I'm not a cop? Kick.com/Connor, retard. For the fact that she said I saw your blue lights when they're gray, when they're yellow.
What a dumb
flashing
bitch.
is hilarious. She's still there just recording.
Yep.
Look at her.
No, these people, like, I really think that there's something wrong with them. I do. I think they're actually, like, mentally broken in some way or another. Like, these people need to get mentally institutionalized. They need to be on new medication. Something needs to happen in order to, like, keep these people away from the rest of the public, basically. And definite mental illness? Yeah, I would say so. Too many SSRIs? Well, it's also, the problem is that they get so, I think that this is what happens, is that these are profoundly emotional and, like, illogical people. And so they get whipped up into a frenzy because they're, like, on Facebook reading things that are upsetting them and scaring them. And then after that happens enough times, they go out into the real world and they start harassing random people because that fits their stereotype. She's coming back?
Wants to cancel the call. The person on site.
Why?
The termite guy, and he's allowed to be there.
Oh my god. This really has nothing to do with SSRIs. I take them. I'm not a retard. Yeah, but I mean, like, you got to look at the averages, though, right? Uh-huh. Oh, there she is again.
Hey, since you don't know your colors, I'm gonna put my lights on again for you. I want you to see if you see any blue. You see any blue or not?
Are you the guy that was like calling me the R word?
Oh, you can't do that now. You already said it.
These are the people that want to tell you how to act and what you're allowed to say. These stupid, bored, middle-aged women. Oh my god.
I got it clipped. Kick.com/Connor. If you want to see her say the hard R.
Wow. Walk it back. I know.
I got it clipped.
What's your plan here, friend?
I got it clipped.
What's your plan?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like, so are you just like observing with your dummy in the car?
Yeah, so I go around.
Yeah, so like, what's your plan? Like, are you anti-ice? Are you pro?
I go around.
Jesus, bro, like, they're so deranged. What the hell's wrong with these people?
And follow the cops just like you're doing, and you came up to me.
Oh no, I didn't follow the cops, baby. I'm just like observing as a pedestrian. So you're
Right.
you're trailing them, honey.
Yeah, so I follow and see what they're doing.
Oh, you follow them, so they're doing, and then
You know what, guys? I really understand why they had the witch trials. I do. I originally, like, I was growing up and I was like, why the hell would you do that? It's crazy. Like, why would you do this? Nowadays, I get it. I get it. Yeah, I can see how they got there. I don't think we should do it again. I'm not advocating for it, but I'm saying I can see how this happened.
are you like,
Can see
oh,
how it
these are
happened.
cool guys?
What do you mean these are cool guys? I film what they do.
Just as an observant.
Yeah, observant. Yeah.
No slant.
Huh?
No slant.
What does that mean?
Well, you know,
What does
you
that
want to
mean?
say you have no slant, you're an observer, but
Mhm.
you're trying to create.
Just go back to asking if he's law enforcement, okay?
Jeopardy and
Yeah.
to agitate people into saying the R word, and the R word is
Okay, but who came up to who
The
first?
R word is like, oh, I didn't come
Who
up to
came
you
up?
all, baby.
Oh, you didn't come up to me. You didn't knock on my window.
First time I came up to you.
You didn't knock on my window. Wait.
See, you see how these are the same people on Twitter that are just openly gaslighting about anything. They'll literally just lie directly to you.
Wait. You didn't come up to my window
What
and
a
knock?
stupid bitch.
Path, my darling.
I was in the path. I was on the side of the road.
Oh
In the
god.
path of me just trying to like take a little. Oh, what's it? You're
She
following those
definitely
cops?
deleted the
I
VOD,
just saw
yeah.
you following those cops.
You can't spit it out because you know you're.
Who's dumber, this lady or the dude that got a felony for taking the soda? Probably the guy. I would say the guy. The soda felony Andy, like, I feel like, yeah, that guy's probably dumber. But, like, this is pretty close.
Wrong.
It is.
You're
It's hard to decide.
I mean, do you see this? I mean, you can't see it, but like, do you want to see yourself looking retarded? Go to, okay, yeah, so go to retard. Yeah, go to kick.com/Connor, and you can see yourself.
Such a buck. You make such a buck for being such a cuck. A buck for a cuck. A buck for a cuck. What a
Oh my
cool
God.
dude.
Guys, we have to reopen the asylums. We do. We have to get these places open. We have these animals running around wild. They're running wild.
Dude, what an awesome dude. Look at you making change in the world. Look at you contributing to the positivity of life. A fucking buck for a cuck. What a cool guy, guys.
Jesus Christ.
Really, this is the guy that you should be looking at right now. What a
Jesus.
cool dude. What a cool guy. Let's get his license plate.
Why? For what?
Wow. What a cool guy. Man, this should be your role model, little
Oh
boys.
my God.
This little man who lives in his mother's basement and plays video games and cosplays
What are you talking about?
as somebody
What the hell is wrong with you? What?
goes out.
I actually opened Pokemon cards. I don't play video games anymore.
Car. What a cuck for a buck. Cool story, bro.
Jesus.
Lame.
Listen to me.
Plays as somebody.
Yes.
No, what is it about? What is it about, asshole? See, you won't defend yourself because you're a punk-ass little bitch fucking Nazi.
Patriots Tate Brown here, holding it down. We didn't get to it yesterday, but we were supposed to cover how all of these stories impact Ian directly, so maybe we can avenge that and get that going today.
Okay, thanks.
Phil?
Hello, everybody. My name is Phil Labonte. I'm the lead singer of the heavy metal band All That Remains. I'm an anti-communist and a counter-revolutionary. Let's get into it.
Here's the big breaking story from the Washington Post. Trump hails framework of Greenland deal reversing tariff threats. Following this, the stock market jumped up, surging the Dow surging 550 points, the S&P 500, NASDAQ jumping as Trump backs off the tariff threats. NATO seems to be pretty dang happy. NATO said in a statement, negotiations between Denmark, Greenland, and the United States will go forward, aimed at ensuring that Russia and China never gain a foothold economically or militarily in Greenland. Rudd told Fox News special report with Brett Baer Wednesday that Danish sovereignty of the territory wasn't talked about in the meetings with Trump. We basically discussed how we can implement the president's vision on protecting, yes, Greenland, but of course this, not only Greenland, this whole Arctic. Now,
is that comfortable or?
Not very comfortable, but it's good enough.
Here's the framework of the deal. The breaking details, we believe these to be the details. The U.S. will gain control over small pockets of land in Greenland. The U.S. will be involved in Greenland's mineral rights. Greenland is estimated to hold reserves worth as much as $5 trillion. The U.S. Golden Dome system will be involved in Greenland when it's built. The deal is designed to block Russian and Chinese influence in Greenland. This will open the door to U.S.-backed infrastructure investment. The duration of the deal will have an indefinite time frame. This means Trump will have secured land, minerals, and defense in one deal, effectively getting everything they wanted, and that Greenland and Denmark can say, we won as well, maintaining their sovereignty, but the U.S. is going to basically do what they did before. So this looks like a classic Donald Trump big ask, where he threatens to punch you in the face, but then you agree to just hug.
I have to say, Donald, this is directly to you. You got me. I bought it, hook, line, and sinker. Last night, I'd given up.
He was crying.
It was the end for me. I was like, you've gone too far. I cannot support you anymore. And then you turned and did this. So nice job.
Over Greenland?
Yeah. I was like, he's going to get us in. He's threatening Europe. And if Europe turns on us, which they were talking about doing, sending troops to Greenland plus, then the Russians and the Chinese would also, the vultures would start to circle. So thank you, Donald,
for being such a harsh, strong businessman in these desperate times
Ian,
and turning this deal.
You're not a plan truster, and you are clearly a panicking.
It's amazing that no matter how many times Trump uses this exact strategy, the same strategy he literally wrote a book about, that people just continuously do this. He anchors the position, he makes the big ask, he goes out there and makes sure that you are looking well beyond what he's actually looking for, and then he dials it back, he lets everybody be a winner, everybody can relax. He's done this over and over again, and that's why we always say, you got to watch not just what Trump says, but what he's doing, what he's actually planning, where he's actually setting himself. If you run out there and take every single thing he says seriously, then you're just falling for the exact strategy he's already laid out. You're being played just like the media. Doesn't mean you have to believe everything Trump says, doesn't mean he gets free pass on everything, but people really do have to calm down with the whole rhetorical stuff. We've seen this so many times over and over again, and people just end up embarrassing themselves when they take every bit of it seriously.
That's my favorite part, when they embarrass themselves.
Right. Well, it works for Trump too, right?
You know?
And to be fair, with this go around, with the tariffs being threatened, with Trump like not refusing to admit that he could just go to war over this, a lot of plan trusters, a lot of our top guys were getting a little antsy. They were saying, you know, I like the deal, I like the strategy, but we really need to apply this much pressure to Europe, these sorts of things. It's antagonizing like even like right-wing parties in Europe. So shout out to the poster Homan's top guy. He was a plan truster the entire time. Anytime some of our guys were starting to be like, I don't know, Donald, like, can we take the heat off a little bit? He'd be in the replies and just let him have it. So this, I think, to be honest, this was like the ultimate plan trusting test, because like I said, a lot of the top plan trusters are even getting a little bit cold feet over this.
This is I don't know. I want to just be gracious, you know, for this deal looking like it's going through, but it makes me nervous about like who's coming next, who's the next president, because this guy is holding it together with like willpower. Donald Trump is like, people are terrified of him and they love him and they're like scared of him, and they're like, geopolitically he's a mastermind. I mean, I know people are studying him. Vance is studying him, but it's like, you can't just become Donald Trump. I don't know.
Look, if Democrats do, you know, win and take control of like the House, the Senate, and the executive office, like that's going to be the undoing of basically everything good that Donald Trump's done. They'll undo things that are good, just the same way that Joe Biden opened the borders totally because of Donald Trump doing what he did about, you know, about the illegal immigration and stuff. They're going to undo even good things just to spite Donald Trump. So that's another reason why it's incredibly important that people go and vote in the midterms and go and vote for whoever isn't the Democrat. As much as people are out there that are like, oh, I'm sick and tired of voting for the lesser of two evils, I don't care what you're tired of.
Well, I mean, I'm black-pilled. After this redistricting thing, I don't think voting matters at all. I mean, it barely did to begin with, but we did believe. Now Democrats and Republicans have basically been like, let's utilize the power we have to wipe out our opposition in our states, except Indiana that went, oh, slow down there, Trump.
Well, that's my larger concern, Tim. You see him consolidating places like Venezuela. You see him consolidating places like Greenland. We understand that we need a sphere of influence, but ultimately this is the empire, right? Like, this is strengthening the empire. Now, if the empire is being run by patriots, if it's being run for the advantages of the American people, that's fantastic. But the problem is, if the Democrats get back to power and they have all the power that Trump has secured for the United States, but he hasn't secured it domestically, then you end up a scenario where the left now has a stronger global American empire, but they're running it for their own interests. They're running it for the globalists. They don't care about Americans. They're making sure to purge Americans, replace Americans. And so that's why I would prefer that, while I love what the Trump administration is doing in certain areas when it comes to securing our interests, if you don't secure the homeland, if you don't secure the voting, if you don't do that, then it doesn't matter, because you're just turning all that stuff over to the Democrats. And if they don't get rid of it, like Phil said, they'll just use it to hurt us.
Yeah, well, I made the point on the show last night. I think I was using your talking point, which is objectively true, is that it's no longer, these elections are no longer about, you know, swinging over independent voters and these sorts of things to a degree that's still important, but it really is just a census at the end of the day. And when you look at, again, like these redistricting plays, when you look at, again, the immigration that took place under Biden, like fundamentally what these elections are just coming down to is what is the actual makeup of that district, and then it just takes a snapshot of it. That's all that's really occurring
It seems like that should be illegal at the federal level for a state to do that, because that gives that state untoward influence over national elections. So then the Supreme Court has to say, like, hey, you can't just all of a sudden say our state is all Democratic voters because we redistricted everything. That's crazy.
But the Constitution's very clear that that is the power that the states retain. And so that's the problem, is it was designed that way. You were supposed to be able to throw a spanner in the works, but when you, like you say, when that no longer becomes an issue of good faith, when people are actively and maliciously using the legal system to skew those politics, all of a sudden that federalism is a problem. Same thing when it comes down to states' rights when you're removing immigration, right? Like ultimately, yes, you should have federalism, they should have control over their law enforcement, but when they're actively choosing to allow violence in their state, when they're targeting Republicans, targeting conservatives, targeting churches, and they're just allowing violence to happen, can you really allow them to continue to operate? And this is the problem. No law will actually bind bad actors.
No.
Laws are only for people who are living and working together in a society together. The minute you have people maliciously working to undermine that trust, you can write all the laws you want, and they're never going to matter. It's never rule of law. It's always rule of people.
Yeah. Do you think that the redistricting is just a lost cause? Have you given up on the voting stature of the states?
I am not a fan of democracy. So to the extent that I think we have to continue to fight that, because it is the way that we legitimize our rulers today. We have to fight for every inch and every advantage inside that system. But I think democracy is largely dead. I don't think we're going to get an actual mandate from the people anymore. I think it's all about pushing and pulling numbers, manipulating zones, controlling machine voting. But the idea that we're going to have some Mr. Smith goes to Washington nationwide debate on issues anymore is a joke. I mean, look at Congress. It can't even pass a bill.
You're a smart guy.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I completely agree. We've been heading in this direction, and I feel like it's it was an obvious inevitability. We've talked about this a year ago, the geographic hyperpolarization, which was COVID, right? People in New York moved to Florida. We were in West Virginia 2 months ago. I mean, technically we're still operating in West Virginia. We're here in Florida trying to work out our future plans because of the threats. The interesting thing is, despite the fact that we were in West Virginia, which is very based, you border Maryland and Virginia has gone totally psycho. I mean, what Spanberger's done, the socialists, the left, the commies are throwing their hats in the air, screaming and cheering. It's not even an exaggeration. She's erased 4 years, as Tate said, of Youngkin in 48 hours. We're up there in West Virginia, but bordering this, it's contentious. I have weird beefs over like a skate park thing that was not real, and then I go to like a DC, and then there's some people who are like posting things saying Tim Pools are racist at a skate park or whatever. Come to Florida and everybody's cheering for us because of the geographic hyperpolarization. This was, what did I say was going to happen with New York and these other jurisdictions? When people leave New York, it's going to weaken the conservative voter base, meaning the politicians, the Democrats, no longer have to try to earn at least some of the conservative vote and be a little moderate. That means when the primary comes around, the psycho commie is going to run against the moderate, and the psycho commie is like, I don't got to pander to anybody. The conservatives are gone. This vote is only going to come down to the far left and the centrist Democrat, the liberal Democrat, and so they're starting to win. And then where we're at now with the redistricting war was obvious. With people in California, conservative-leaning, moving to Texas, and Washington to Arizona, and New York to Florida, the ability to push back is gone, and the Democrats in the state say, we can now shut their voices out completely. The fascinating thing going on, a couple stories we got to go through. New York is eliminating their 11th district seat. They're calling it unconstitutional. They're going to redraw it, eliminating a Republican. Maryland did the same thing. Mike Cernovich had a great tweet. He said Maryland cut a deal with Republicans saying, you don't redistrict in your area, we won't redistrict here. And then when I think it was Indiana, when Indiana's like, okay, fine, we won't do it, Maryland goes, psych, we're doing it, let's go. And now they're eliminating the last.
When was it ruled unconstitutional?
When was the Sedition Act?
Again, I can't give you the year off the top of my head.
Give me remotely when the year was, because I'm reading that that's also not true. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'd be interested in you pointing where that was. Are you checking AI right now? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, I was searching.
So here's the thing. I'm
internet.
not willing to say that it's not true, but I also cannot find where this was ruled unconstitutional. Anywhere.
Okay, I'm sorry. They both expired.
So neither one of
I
them
was
were
wrong
ruled
about
unconstitutional. Okay. All right. Well, look, man, I do appreciate the call. Thank you. I think it was a spirited debate, and I hope you have a good one. Thank you so much for the call. All right. Next one in.
All right. There we go.
Mister, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. It's Brandon, 51, Arizona.
All right. What do you want to tangle up on tonight, Brandon?
So I'm not gonna say that I hate Trump, but I will say there's a lot of shit that I don't like what I'm seeing right now.
Okay.
So, like for example, this what's that guy's name again? Oh shit. Phyllis S. Forms. This guy in South Florida that he ripped off Medicare for like, 1.7 billion or whatever it was, and then he paid $1 million for Trump to pardon him. So that
What's
doesn't.
the name?
Philip S. Forms. ESFORMES. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that.
Okay, yeah, Philip. Yeah, like S. Formes, it almost looks like.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, but anyways, it's just shit like that where our legal system's being used as a great way to make money. You know what I mean? This is to me a mockery of just.
Your dog, you there? Nice. I'm getting a protractor, or at least hoping to, on that. Nice, dude. This fucking faggot is gone somewhere. Nice.
Why don't you tell them the truth? You know what I mean? You guys are heading in the wrong direction, folks. Might want to get out of this religious nonsense.
Look, I didn't agree with everything that Charlie Kirk did or said.
Sure.
Okay, and I wreck Mormons all the time. So I'm
Yeah.
not, you know, I have.
No,
a,
I watched your debate on that too.
Yeah, I have.
Nice,
I have
dude.
completely
I
different
grew
opinions.
up in Utah, so
Look,
I had to.
But can we find some common ground here that at least Christians who follow the Nicene Creed we want on our side for legislative purposes? Like we can at least deal with the moral claims that they're making because they're not like lunatics, right?
Let me point this out because I've wanted to have this discussion with you as far as because in early America, you know, if you were Catholic, you were not allowed to hold office. And this is where, you know, because I've heard you say that you're Orthodox, so and I'm, you know, I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that.
You were allowed to hold office as a Catholic in one state.
New Hampshire. Right. So, but yeah.
But that was the case if you were a Mennonite or another type of Protestant in a different state as well. So this wasn't exclusionary to just Catholics. They also, they also said like if you're not a Quaker in this state or something like that. I'm using this as an example. This isn't factually true. I'm just giving the idea for if you were. So what would make Catholics from their view a different denomination exactly?
Well, let me ask you really quick, because when you say Orthodox, I kind of have to ask people, you know, let me get your definition first of what Orthodoxy is. You know what I mean? Because
Eastern Orthodoxy, from my view, is the original church of Christ. And before there was a schism between the Roman Catholics and Eastern Orthodox, that was what the first schism was.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, and just so you know my position, you know, I believe that the inspired manuscripts promised purification and preservation, which you will find in the King James Bible.
Yeah, well, who put that Bible together was my church.
No.
Yeah.
No, I totally disagree on that issue. As far as the Nicene Creed is not who originally kept all of the manuscripts and everything. And I'm sure you know the situation with the Alexandrian manuscripts versus the Texas Receptus.
Wait a second. Do you read the King James Bible?
I do.
Is that divinely inspired then?
No, I think that it is divinely purified. Is in Psalms 12, 6, and 7. It says the words of the Lord.
Yeah, but it's not inspired?
What was that?
Like, how do they know how to put that together?
Well, as far as, you know, first you had Darius Erasmus who came in and did the Textus Receptus, which sparked off the Reformation movement. And then you have William Tyndale comes along, you know, starts translating the Bible. Catholic Church burns him at the stake. Then
so hang on.
Miles
Are you saying that their version of the Bible was divinely inspired, but the Catholic was not?
No, I'm saying that you know, God promised that He was going to preserve, you know, purify and preserve His word. So, you know, somewhere we have to have a preserved word. We all know that the original manuscripts, the autographed manuscripts, do not exist. So right there, we have, you know, if God's word is true, we have a problem because none of the originals exist. That's why copies upon copies were made.
You know who would be really good for this? Maybe we can just grab him right now. Somebody text or get a hold, if you can, of Jay Dyer. We'll let Jay Dyer hash this out. He's more of a church history guy than I am.
Right. Well, I'm just saying I have a problem because I see a lot of guys, really smart dudes like you, Sam Shamoon. I want to find out what is it that you guys read with the early church fathers that kind of, you know, is making you guys kind of, in my opinion, head back to Babylon. Like, you know, because to me, Catholics have a completely...
What did you read from Martin Luther that made you want to reform?
Well, no, I didn't, you know, I don't agree with a lot of Martin Luther's stuff. I'm just saying...
I mean, you agree with somebody's stuff. Which reformer was right, and why?
Well, what I believe is, I'm going to trust the Word of God, the Bible, over any religion.
Yeah, but we haven't established who had the authority to put the Bible together that you now are claiming it has the authority.
Well, this is why I'm saying is it went through, from the Textus Receptus to the King James, we have 7 different English translations, and in Psalms 12, 6, and 7.
Which one are we supposed to follow is what I'm asking you.
The King James should be the authority for doctrine. If you want to use all the other Bible versions for study purposes, that's fine.
And what gives the King James version the authority in your estimation? What makes it the one which governs all others?
Well, I mean, if I could show you a couple of prophecy scriptures of why I've come to this conclusion.
Okay.
But I would say,
give me the first
yeah,
prophecy
I would say
scripture
the most
that predicts the
important,
King James. Go ahead.
Yeah, the most important reason, in my opinion, is that modern English eliminates legal ambiguity better than any other language on the planet.
No, it doesn't do it better than German. I don't believe that for a second.
Well, I mean,
English is Germanic, and in fact, I would say this is what my understanding is. Now, I could be wrong on this, but because there's a mixture on legal authoritative terms in Latin, that actually creates ambiguity in the language of the law and of law that the Germanic language did not. Okay, well, I mean, you can Google it or whatever. I mean, there's no other language that can compete in removing legal ambiguity than modern English. That's why you start having problems even when you remove the these and the thous. You're creating more ambiguity. That's why, and when you're ripping out entire verses like 1 John 5:7. I can't actually find anything here that says that English, especially Old English, is the best at removing ambiguity from law.
Yeah, definitely not Old English or Middle English.
But isn't King James all thee, thou, thine?
Well, that's modern English. That's why Tyndale, who happened to speak 7 different languages, German being one of them, he did like 80% of the King James what we know as the King James Bible. Miles Coverdale had to finish the Bible.
But that doesn't tell me what makes it authoritative.
Well, I'm trying to, I'm trying to lead up to why the King James fulfills a couple of key prophecies.
Okay, which prophecies? Let's start with those.
Yes, Psalms 12, 6, and 7, and then Zephaniah 3, 8, and 9.
One second, just one at a time. Right, let's start with Psalms. What was the Psalms?
Psalms 12, verses 6 and 7.
The words of our Lord are pure works. This one?
Yeah, the words of the Lord are pure words.
Tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times, emphasizing God's word, absolute purity, truth, reliability. If you tie this into this guy spoke 7 languages, I'm fucking kicking you.
No,
you better not fucking tie this into, well, he spoke 7 languages, or else, dude, you don't pass the IQ test if that's the case.
No, I am not doing that.
All right. Comparing them to silver, refined in perfection in a crucible, making them trustworthy. What's the prophecy here?
What version are you reading from? I'm just curious. What was that?
This is the KJV, I believe, the King James version.
No, the King James version goes like this. That the words of the Lord's are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth 7 times. Thou shalt preserve thy word, O Lord, for this generation forever. So somewhere there has to be a preserved word. I mean, and this is important.
Wait a second. What's the prophecy?
That right there, it's talking about that there's the inspired text is promising purification and preservation. So somewhere there has to be a perfectly preserved word of God, or else, God didn't tell the truth. We got a problem.
Wait a second. Hang on. I want to make sure I'm reading it. Okay, this is the King James version. Let's make sure we got the right one. Okay, so this starts with 3. The Lord shall cut off all flattering lips. All of this, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Well,
the words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times. Thou shalt keep them, O Lord. Thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. Okay, so the context here is I'm trying to figure out how you get this prophecy somewhere.
Now,
Something else. Okay, I'm listening. Let's go to the next.
Well, I'm just saying that, and to me, this is why it makes sense to me, because, if none of the original manuscripts exist and everybody was making copies upon copies, well, now this would explain why we're going to need purification, because you're going to get a lot of little human errors in there and stuff. So this is why it was purified 7 times. And that's from the Textus Receptus to the King James Bible, we have 7 different translations with different teams, but the King James team was 54 men. That was pretty much like the dream team of linguists and lawyers to come in, because this, a covenant is a contract.
Yeah, that doesn't tie. Like these 2 events aren't tied together here, though. What I'm trying to figure out is how you tie Psalms 12:6 to this event. How is it tied in at all?
Well, as far as that's why I'm saying, if you study the history, like from Darius Erasmus, when he does the Textus Receptus, then you have the Coverdale Bible. That's pretty much Tyndale's work. Then
you've told me all of that, but you have not tied in how Psalms 12:6 is tied into that at all.
Well, because
it sounds like you're just trying to tie it in, but I'm not seeing where it ties in exactly.
Well, I mean, you and I can agree King David was a prophet also, right?
King David?
Yeah, he wrote, Psalms 22, where he's describing Jesus being crucified and everything. Obviously, these are, prophecies of a future event that's going to take place, when, and so here again, where we have a quick little, something telling us about a future event of the words of the Lord's are pure words. So all of the inspired texts are going to need to be purified and preserved, so that the contract is preserved.
Yeah, but that doesn't, even if I grant all, it doesn't tie in how these things are tied in together.
Let's try now. Go to Zephaniah chapter 3.
Okay. King James version, obviously.
In my opinion, I think it's helpful. Yeah.
Okay. King James version.
Yeah.
And what chapter for Zephaniah?
Chapter 3, verses 8 and 9, because 8 is, obviously describing, a period that occurs before the Battle of Armageddon. So it's clearly kind of describing end times. We're in the end
Coming
times
day of divine
here.
judgment, where God will gather nations and pour out his anger. Yeah, okay.
So, and then in Zephaniah 3:9, it says, "For then," talking about in the last days, "I will turn to the people a pure language, a pure language." So this is why we keep running into a lot of problems with ambiguity, and why we got 20,000 different brands of Christianity.
That's such cherry picking. Come on, you can't make the claim that the pure language is English. Prove it. Prove the pure language is English here.
Well, this is why. What language produced more poetry than modern English? That's modern English is what Shakespeare
evidence
spoke.
of your claim that the pure language which is talked about here has anything to do with English at all.
Well, it doesn't say it's going to be English. You know what I'm saying? But it's telling us about a pure language. And now it's the language
but do you see the conflation that you're doing here? You're trying to make this fit the course of events. You're trying to make this fit the events that you claim. That's what you're doing. What's the evidence that this is referencing English?
Well, this is where I'm saying, when we look at the events that have taken place, there's not a single nation on the planet that doesn't have a percentage of
Oh, come on,
population
dude. We have to
speaking
do.
English.
We have to do. But to even grant that we're near the end times, a bunch of stuff has to happen. We have 7 seals, 7 trumpets. We have wormwood. We have all sorts of things that have not happened. They haven't occurred.
Yeah. In my opinion, you know.
I'll give you another.
Wait, they're playing Fringe.
The only one that has dope in his lobby is Exited.
Right? He's just yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie. We might have to watch it. We gotta watch X.
I'm telling you, he's playing. He might wake us up.
I actually love Simon. This guy has so much fucking dope. Holy
God, I swear to God.
He has so much fucking dope.
Bro.
I'm telling you, he does.
Right there. Yeah, that happened to me like twice. I was like, what the hell?
It's just about to be ass for comp. You think? I don't know. There's definitely a world where it's definitely ass.
I can feel it.
What?
This map.
I mean, the way I look at it is like, bro, how much better is Colossus?
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
No. Nice. Oh.
Yeah, I actually think anything's better than Colossus.
All good. One shot in.
Bro, we would never stand for like playing a map that's literally crooked. Like obviously it has like you can still see it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
It
just
actually is crooked.
Like the core of the map is just crooked. I don't know. It's like starting off the wrong way. It's like trolling the fuck out of us.
Nice. He's finishing. I will say.
You legit can't get info on any lane in S&D. Like if you peek like statue, you're just dead. If you go top mid and they're all 3 there, you just scammed.
Yeah. I promise you that map.
On the right, they just appear on B. They just appear.
Meltdown is gonna be insane. Yeah, we tried that shit before. That shit's insane. Holy fuck. Those pillars are gonna be like that shit.
Wait, those pillars look fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
There's gonna be so many moments, even like discriminate, like you know what I'm saying, like just like playing the map. There's people getting brawl starred.
Yeah. When it comes to comp, what are the pros' honest thoughts on the game? I would say
it has potential. It's kind of like MW3 at the beginning.
I think everyone agrees that, like, bro, it just feels like, bro, sometimes you kill insanely fast, sometimes you don't kill at all.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I don't know. I feel like the TCK is way too high, or like way too low.
Like, even today, I got on, I'm like, bro, everybody's one shot.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But then some days you get on and it's just like...
I'm just dealing.
The consistency of the game feels awful. But I think the maps are awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movement is fun. The movement is fun, I think. Gunplay is fun, though. I just think the game, like, games are just so easy to, like, kill now. That's the problem with it. That's the problem with it. But that's always going to be the problem, so it's hard.
Hey, that's never going away.
Good play.
Anything next year, like, I promise you that the fucking MW4, like the league, it's going to be exact like MW2. Ironing, probably no red dots, probably hotel HP.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I'm telling you, if they started adding, like actually, like, bro, if they added good maps last year would have been an insane, like, would have been, like, actually a top, like, game. I swear to God.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The gunplay, bro, you got on every day, the game felt the exact same. There's one in the back. No, we're tweaking.
Left, here, I think.
Wait, they actually do spawn on the back here on BL3.
Wow. Hey, that's not the same. Yeah, the servers are ass this year.
One shot.
That is true. The inconsistency definitely comes from that. Full War was better than this? Dude, I don't know. I think Cold War is really overrated.
Yeah, same. Fucking game's awful.
Yeah, 1v1 out here.
Bro, sound whoring is so cringe. Like,
Yeah,
Express. I can't even play Express. Like, I go A, I'm getting sound whoring.
Sound whoring is so ass.
From up like 5,000, now we're down to 5,000.
Oh my god.
Might be in the smaller room. Oh.
That's just that Omni movement lowered the skill gap.
I saw that clip.
I can low-key see his point, maybe.
No. I don't agree with, okay, like, I basically, like, half agree, but I don't think it was Omni movement. I think it's fucking tax sprint assist, bro, and the fact that everyone can do it so easily, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, the Omni is actually pretty cool. Like, I don't think it did increase
single
it, but
sprint killed the, like, single
exactly,
sprint,
bro. Like, everyone looks like fucking Ant on the map.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Paco or fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, 100%.
Everyone's side dashing.
I think single sprint was the biggest problem.
That's what I've been saying, bro. Tax sprint assist, basically single tap.
Bro, when all that shit was happening, bro, I was trying to push for double tap so bad, bro. Because I never, like, I don't know. That shit was...
double tap. It's more than...
Nah, it is double... The sprint assist and double tap.
It is. Just because...
It's actually both.
The single tap sprint. The single tap sprint is, that's
and
basically
the assist, bro. The assist, like, everyone's just insta-sprinting. Like, like, jogging.
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine if you were forced to actually sprint right or left. Like, obviously, like, it sounds like, holy shit. Like, that sounds OD, but that's low-key the skill gap.
Yeah, then, yeah, I don't think the Omni... I think the Omni movement's a good idea, actually.
I fuck with Omni. It's just like, I'm telling you, it's the
like sliding backwards is low key fire.
It's pretty cool. It's cool.
You know what I mean?
Even sideways, bro.
Yeah. Bro, if that was actually happening, the game would slow down so fucking much.
Yeah. But like for the better though, like the people that are actually moving fast are like the grinders playing every day to like perfect that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, bro. I swear.
Like there's a skill gap in movement.
But, like from an entertaining point of view, bro, people would hate that.
Yeah, because not everyone is like.
Bro, everyone's
everyone looks worse.
Everyone's gonna be so stiff.
Like that's why I also get that point. Like it's the one like. I don't know. Like it does make sense to me. Why we play with it on. But I know it's that's causing the fucking.
I've been here.
Okay.
I guess everyone basically move like gods.
You know me, Dante. Dante!
Wait. Yep. Get all that.
It would make the fans of movement see the differences. I mean, bro, there's not a lot of fans of movement, I would say.
Yeah.
But your average person, I promise you, doesn't give isn't
They're
like
all
a fan of the app. Like that's those are diehard fans.
Nah, like I think what he meant to say was like they would appreciate it more. Like fucking.
No, I get it. But that's like the diehard fans. Like my mom's not gonna watch the fucking.
Nah, but there's like average fans that like just by watching someone's pop, you're like, okay, I actually like rate this.
Yeah, true.
Different. And you like it would be easier to maybe see the difference. Like.
Yeah, but that would be like I promise you, there's a lot of people that like don't even.
That don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they're just.
It's like
they're just watching. Bro. They're like, wow, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. S&D has gotten worse in the past couple of years.
Yeah, S&D was awful. Wait, that was another thing too. That's why I didn't like last year as much sometimes. It's because of S&D. Like MW3 search was godlike.
Yeah.
Like Karachi, Invasion, 6-star.
Last year, honestly, this year, bro, I don't like this year.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. There's like 3 maps we could take out.
Like, bro, I just hate the fucking. Yeah, Vanguard S&D was low key godlike.
It was. If it had one more map, it would have low key been fucking.
Yeah.
Like up there.
I don't know. I feel like all this, like, these bang out S&Ds, bro, where, like, rounds end in literally 5 seconds, 20 seconds.
It's brain damage, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
That's not S&D.
Like Colossus, bro. Oh, yeah, we all fought statue for the fucking 17th round of this fucking map.
That's just not real. That's why Meltdown low-key might be good.
Yeah. We just need maps you can get info on. You know what I mean? Like.
But again, it's gonna be all dependent on spawn dependent. Like, bro, the reason Colossus is a fucking bang out is because like, bro, there's no way defense should be able to get the statue like, bro, 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Bro, I swear the spawn should be like back E2 on blue side, and like back junk on the other side.
What's a junk? Oh, junk like like the yellow side of the map.
Yeah.
Also like. it's like parallel to each other. I see
Yeah,
what you're saying.
so like, because like
yeah, actually, wait, I actually kind of fuck with that.
so you get statue instantly, and I think they should make the bomb towards like P4.
4 is that's. Oh yeah.
And
Okay, I see
then
what
like.
you're saying. Oh yeah, okay. I see what you're saying.
Kind of so they can get tunnel faster, right? The offensive
and
side.
you can play from your side statue, and if they cross to it, like they can plan away from you. So like.
Exactly. Because right now it's just straight up 50-50s, and you just bang statue, and the timing's the same.
They're not doing all that change though, to be honest.
Yeah, no, of course.
It actually sounds
The
pretty
map's
fire.
fucking awful, and it's going either way. That map is so bad.
It's so dog shit, but I do see the vision with like those changes.
No, I scam. But don't say. He tell you now.
I can't believe we didn't even take out the map at the beginning of the game when the X-ray show was a thing. We're fucking playing Among Us and somebody's on
the
cams.
X-ray was insane.
Somebody's on cams the whole game.
That was insane.
Go away, bro.
Chinese coach said Scar is worse than Colossus for every mode. Then I don't know who that is.
I spawn you. Thank you.
But
Thank you, Dante.
he's on fucking severe drugs.
Okay. No, it's missing.
That's the thing though, like with this game, there's no actual like this is like the godlike map. Maybe Dan actually, but
No, yeah, 100%. But Scar is definitely better than fucking Colossus.
it is. Scar's like I think Scar's the second best map in the game, or even first sometimes. Some days I get on like I fucking prefer those.
Yeah, I actually don't think it's that bad.
Like Overload doesn't play that bad. Search doesn't play that bad.
I think the plane hill
HP
is
doesn't play
shitty,
that-
bro.
The plane hill?
Bro, they should put the plane, like they should make the plane,
They should make
the hill the
wall
plane.
bangable, I promise you, and then it would solve so many problems with just that spot of the map.
Wait,
If you
you're saying
could
if
wall
what?
bang plane, it would play out so much different. Not everybody's just fucking camping up there with a trove.
Yeah. Wait, if you're saying it's on the plane, right?
No, I'm just saying like if you could actually like keep the same like or like you're talking about like actually moving the hill.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I was just talking about like even if you still had that hill, but like you were just able to wall bang plane, so like breaking it doesn't.
Oh
feel
yeah.
insane.
That is a good idea. Yeah, that shit's ass though. Like spawning
promise you.
P5.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh my
Like,
god,
that's one
spawning
of the best
P5
I've
is
ever seen,
terrible.
like-
Oh, and I bring down.
This game is reminding me a lot of MW3, bro. Like at the beginning, where it's like the gunplay's fun, the fucking like you see glimpses of it. You know what I mean? Then
Yeah.
once they get like the 6 stars, we got to get like a Rio going.
Yeah, but bro, they're not gonna add any like new good maps. They're all just gonna bring back old dog shit maps.
Yeah, it's a job Utopian needs.
Even Utopia, bro. Like
I don't know why I'm in on this map. I think I just want to just see colors, bro. Like I want to get on and not see the same fucking dog shit maps.
Dude, some kid just yeah, I don't even know if I can read that.
Oh, deep.
I just saw that. There's a dog.
Bro, you're just ironing. Like, why are you shout ironing? You're good.
Yes, sir.
You should play this map. This is basically Colossus. I swear to God. Like, tell me the difference between this map and Colossus. One just plays on a boat. It's basically the same size.
This map is, I don't know.
This is Colossus. Telling you.
I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, at this point, it is.
And what's the difference? Like, you're just
This shit
appearing
might be
through
bigger
like, a
than
tiny
Colossus.
doorway, essentially, like on every hill. It's like fucking. Get
This shit
across
might
that
be
in 3
bigger than
seconds.
Colossus.
I'm actually thinking about it. It probably is, bro. It's really just that. Actually, the more I think of it, the B Street is the only thing that's like making me think about it. I don't even think it's that much bigger though.
Oh my god.
Colossus is dead ass exited fucking camera.
No. Yeah, help me, show me, cat.
This dude's camera, bro. Tell me that's just not tilted as fuck.
Yeah, he actually is playing Colossus Firma.
He's dead ass in Colossus IRL.
That's gotta be his best map. I think he's adjusting for it. You think he did it on
Yeah,
Colossus?
so
and
you know
he
it
just-
evens out.
He has Colossusism or whatever.
He
Like, he
evens
went to
out.
it once. He can't. He's just paralyzed. He's trapped in that world, the Colossus world.
Yeah, come on, there's one.
I'm telling you, I got, what is that called? OCD? Like, bro, if my shit's tilted, I gotta fix it.
Oh my god.
Wait, is he? Wait a second. What side is it tilted towards? Is that the left?
It's tilted, yeah, left.
Wait, on Colossus is the map tilted to? No, now I'm putting two and two together. Like, what side is it tilted on? Is it always the same side?
Wait, it is tilted left.
On Colossus, right?
It's only blue side, right?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
I think it's only blue side. He's not tilted. He definitely is tilted, bro. Look at that camera.
Oh, weak, my god. Weak.
Yes, sir. Good minute, Skylar.
Thought I was dead for sure.
Oh my god.
Yo, Sayud has 6.5k subs.
Wow. The Habibis.
No, no, no.
It actually is.
Oh no.
I can't rip off that head glitch.
I know, but not him. Yeah, bro. Bro, Styles, bro. Thank you, bro.
What I think about it, Accent does grind, bro. I feel like I always see him live.
Yeah, this guy's live 24/7.
I do the same though. If I was just like moving in from a different country, like I got nothing else to do. I'm not going outside or fucking, you know what I mean? I'm
You know what I
ripping the
tip
game,
though,
bro.
bro? Everywhere around him just a bad influence for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No.
Like he's straight haram.
Come on, get to oh no. Nice one, D.
There's no haram here.
No.
Yeah, actually.
Everywhere you go, there's just drinking, smoking, fucking. Nah, maybe not here. No smoking here, unless you come up by me.
Unless you go next.
Hey,
time.
unless you come through.
I get contact though.
I am new. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
I
Haram.
don't know. Bro. I thought out.
Oh my god. Good shot, Dante. Dante! Yeah, it's better guy.
Like, I need every recoil thing I can get on this thing, bro. Trying, bro. It's just so good, dude. Hey, bro, they're just so good, bro.
I'm surprised how much shit's in Saudi though. They got like fucking so many American fast food spots. Like fucking, bro. When I saw Cane's was over there, I was actually fucking.
All right, yo, that Cane's goes insane.
It's got like right.
Yeah.
Got them all.
Yeah. Like insane. Like, bro, oh my god.
I think it's the same shit, but you just can't eat anything else. So it's like over there, it's insane,
bro.
Like it was good. Like it was just Cane's. You know what I mean? But like,
But it's hot as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
Bro, they make that, bro. They don't start making that chicken until you like pay for it.
Actually, yeah, you're right. You're right. It is hot as fuck in that way.
Yeah.
Bro, they even got a cheesecake factory over there. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, no, I have. The Shake
on the
Shack was
drive?
way better the first year. Honestly, I think my love for Shake Shack has just disappeared since In-N-Out.
Yeah, same. Oh, you're on the In-N-Out team?
I went to In-N-Out today.
Bro, tell me In-N-Out, it just doesn't always. It's just, bro, I swear to God, it's consistent, bro.
I
Consistent.
waited.
It's cheap. Every time you get it, it's like $7, and it's fast as fuck, and it's
I
fresh.
waited I waited fucking 3 feet from the pickup station. Right when I already, he didn't even call the number. I picked that shit up that fast.
Oh, you go inside? You don't like, drive through it?
Nah, cause the drive-through low key is sometimes
Packed,
is long
it's
as
fine
fuck. He said my number was 78. He says 7. I said right here. I said right here. You don't have to read the 8.
Gotta do that actually. Look, sometimes I am getting torched for 20 minutes. Just
Bro, there was no. Bro, I looked at the drive-through. That shit was wrapped around the curb. I looked inside. There was nobody.
what time do you go at?
I went at like 7:30 probably.
Oh, 7. Yeah, you're on prime time. I'm going there like midnight, bro.
7:30. No, bro. What? I'm looking for dinner. I'm starving.
I might go there tonight. I go there. Oh, wait, hold on.
Dude, the last time I ate In-N-Out though at like 12:30, I woke up and it literally felt like I burned a hole in my stomach.
Okay, I've never gone that.
Like I can't like sometimes I can't eat that much past like midnight. I could eat a little bit like a
Seriously,
snack.
You need to digest it.
Yeah,
for
but like
little
a
bit.
full goddamn burger, I'm like, damn.
But In-N-Out, I'll make the sacrifice.
Could be the like. Yeah, that shit at 12 o'clock though puts me to sleep, so I'm like, fuck, I'm going to bed. And I feel awful.
Yeah.
This might be the most brain dead shit ever.
What's up?
My nephew had this like, I don't know, he was selling popcorn or whatever, right?
Yeah.
For some for money or for some charity or something.
Yeah.
And there was rankings about how much money they were fucking like how much money was donated to them.
Yeah.
My nephew was in second, right? He was like pretty far off, probably not that far off, probably like he was like a
That's
couple.
pretty high, huh?
You probably like $200 off. So I bought like $250 worth of popcorn.
Yeah.
So now I have
Cheesing it?
38 bags of popcorn.
Yeah, you have a fucking lifetime.
So, I don't know, especially if you're preaching, I would hope that you've heard of St. John Chrysostom.
Yes.
Okay, he said that when we see blasphemers and we hear them blaspheming, we should strike them. We should sanctify our hand with a blow and hit them in the mouth and smite them on the face. He called them asses. And I don't know if you've ever read what he thought about prostitutes or women of ill repute, but he had some really harsh language that would make Andrew blush. And he's one of the great church fathers. He's one of the
Gen
greatest.
Z versus 20 war veterans. Wait, what is this?
So my first claim is my trauma is as bad as yours.
Oh, this looks like rage bait. This sounds like rage bait for sure.
Who is this diva?
Name's Earl.
But have you ever passed a fuck-ass kidney stone, which is more painful than giving birth, dead ass, and then your boyfriend of 3 years dumps you, all in a form of period?
One of our trucks hit a mine outside Da Nang. 1 minute Petey was cracking jokes, and the next half of him was hanging off a tree. You ever hear a man scream with no lungs?
Why did that story give me actual chills? Okay, Slay, you definitely have trauma.
Yeah, this sounds
Okay,
like a
that's
meme.
He refused to give the money back. I went on there and tangled with her because she was going, no, I don't believe in the Trinity, and no, I don't think that the Eucharist is really the body
Duel
of
of the
blood.
Fates
It's just
might be
wine and
one-
it's just grape juice and crackers, bro. She was being nasty. She was being rude. She was being obnoxious, and Andrew tried to deal with her like subtly and kindly and politely for quite a while before finally getting so sick of her shit that he just said, look,